Hello, hello. Welcome in. We are back for another day of Star Rail story time. Yeah, we didn't actually get very far yesterday in the story. I think we're just about at the end of like the ID's Elysiae part of the story. Which like right now I'm still a little bit confused. I believe we're about to get some answers. But right, I think I already logged in this morning. So we should just be able to get right into it. But yeah, we're right here. We talked to all of the Chrysos heirs who, of course, child Phainon did not recognize, but we saw all of their wishes and stuff. And so, like, I'm a little bit unsure as to whether this part of the story is like a brand new cycle that Phainon has already created, basically to be an exact replica of the one we just went through, or if it's just like a sort of like vision before he actually remakes the world for realsies. But yeah, I think we are about to find out here which one it is.
So tell me, has the uncertainty in your heart begun to fade?
Also pretty interested by Cyrene. Like, she is definitely connected to March somehow. My first idea was that like she is March, like March, when she went through the gate to Anphorius, like she ended up in the past or something and like literally became Cyrene, or like a part of her or something. Or my other theory is just that they're both kind of like connected to Fuli in some way. Maybe like a part of Fuli, or, you know, some otherwise like perhaps gazed upon by Fuli. And that's why they share a lot of similarities, kind of.
So many faces in my future. So many wishes. Still, why would fate choose to show us this path? What's
Because you're going to become God, Phainon.
Didn't you say disaster would strike Amphorius? If so, shouldn't Cyrene and I stay in Ides Elysiae? How could we possibly meet all these people?
Even the darkest storm must eventually pass. Perhaps they'll come to Ides Elysiae. I mean, we know better. Some of these options, like, I don't really get, because they're like Stell is like playing dumb or something, even though they know what will happen in his future. But oh well. This calamity is what sets you on your journey. Okay, there we go. I mean, there's some foreshadowing we can give to Phainon. No melting ice flag. It's in it's like above my character model to the right of the screen. It's kind of behind chat though, so sometimes it is hard to see, but yeah, I put it there just so that it wouldn't take up too much screen space. But also welcome in, Yoruchi. Yoruchi. I'm happy to have you here. Are you another streamer then? Part of the VTubers Against
If that's
Ice?
true, then who will protect everyone in Ides Elysiae? Cyrene, may I have that deliverer card?
Of course. But why?
Although those voices, visages, and wishes may seem far away now.
Hey there, I'm a viewer just curious of the flag. Oh, I see, like you want to know what it's about? Yeah, so it's like an anti-ice flag, which, I mean, if you don't know, in the States right now, there's like this kind of military organization called ICE, and they're literally like the Gestapo, essentially. They're kidnapping people and putting them in concentration camps. Which, yeah, so obviously very terrible and sucks. I am part of a group called YouTubers Against ICE, and we're raising money for the ACLU, which is the American Civil Liberties Union. And they have been they've been helping to fund some legal defenses and stuff for people who are unlawfully detained by ICE. And yeah, just basically trying to help out as much as I can there. So they gotten all the blue line mafia thugs and made them ICE. I mean, that's what it seems like. I don't know who would ever join them who didn't just want to have power over others essentially, and whip around guns and whatnot, and yeah, just act as literal thugs. So yeah, it's pretty bad down there. I live in Canada myself, so I'm thankful I don't have to deal directly with all of the things that are happening in the States right now, but yeah, I still wanted to just, try and help out a bit. I'm actually very surprised that I managed to raise over $100. Of course, my viewers are just very, very generous, but yeah, I was surprised since I'm a very small streamer. So I'm happy and proud of my community for helping out. But yeah, the group as a whole actually has raised over $12,000 at this point, which is very impressive. And we've still got about 20 days or so until the end of the month for everyone to raise some more money. So yeah, I'm happy to be a part of it. The last few days I haven't really been I guess focusing a lot on it, since I've been playing through the Star Rail story now. But I do have some milestones which we have reached already. I can bring up here. Mostly the results of generations on generations of inbreeding, as bad police doesn't know the law and instead just abducts and abuses. Yeah, it's basically, yeah, just an escalation of the police brutality and misuse of power that has already been going on for so long in the States. Definitely. But yeah, these are the milestones that I've made, and many of which we have reached already. I'm actually planning to do the karaoke thing on Thursday now. Yesterday I said Wednesday, but my brother is actually working from home today. And I've only been practicing when he isn't around. So yeah, I wanted just one last day of practice before I embarrass myself. I've been doing a few art streams already, and I plan to do more because I've promised to do some scuffed drawings for people who donated $10 or more. So I still have a few of those to get through. I did start playing Jump King, although I'm not super far in it. I've only done 2 streams so far, but I do plan on beating it eventually. The horror game, a bit awkward, honestly. I kind of forgot about it for a few days. We have a few suggestions, Signalis, Resident Evil 4 remake, and Fears to Fathom. But yeah, we haven't really voted at all about them. So yeah, I should get on that. Become an e-girl, that's an interesting one. I've already commissioned actually a new PNG model with large boobs, yeah. I'll just say it completely bluntly. That's what that's about. And I will also try to follow along video tutorials on how to sound like an e-girl. So I will do that on stream, and it'll be a fun question mark time. On a brighter note, do you know of a cartoon named Dexter's Laboratory? I don't think I've heard of it actually. What's it about? Hello, Levy. Welcome in. Did you click on the YouTube link by mistake? Or are you watching from there today? But yeah, some other milestones. We might get to the baking video. It's just $10 away. And yeah, I decided on video instead of stream because I don't trust myself to, you know, keep the camera pointed where it should at all times. So video it is. And then 150, I was actually thinking, because like I put mukbang there just because like I was running out of ideas and I just thought like, hey, that's something some people do, you know, for challenges and whatnot. So I just kind of put it there. But actually I was thinking the other day, like what if I set a goal to make a Star Rail Zero Cycle video again? Just like the old days. If you don't know, before I started streaming, I was making Zero Cycle videos, kind of like synced to the beat of music and stuff on my YouTube channel. And so, yeah, I was thinking about that the other day and how I kind of just like abandoned the people who liked those videos before and stuff. Yeah, Zero Cycles are so hard now. You're very right.
I am a self-confessed chowhound.
Thank you so much for following Yoruichi. Sorry, can I just call you Yoru if you don't mind? My Canadian speaking and just literally only English speaking cannot exactly pronounce things consistently. I've struggled pronouncing English words, honestly. No problem, I appreciate it. A kid genius inventing things, big sister ruins it and blows inventions and lab up. I see. Sounds like a fun time. Can E6 Saber Zero Cycle this MOC? Oh, actually, you're right. That would be that would be cheating so much, though. I am planning to E6 Saber because I've saved up over 700 pulls already. But that would definitely be cheating. But yeah, like, I'll fly that idea like through the Discord as well and stuff. But yeah, if people were interested in seeing me try to make another Zero Cycle video, I think that could be a fun idea. Kind of like a throwback. I know most of my viewers now like haven't really watched my old videos, and the people who did watch my old videos don't really watch my streams. But like, I don't know. I'm still pretty proud of like the editing and stuff that I did before. I basically learned it all on my own. Wow, just at 242 special words myself. That's still really good. You can definitely get like probably like 2 characters with that. We do play on the same server also. Oh, nice. Yeah, if you want to send me like a friend request on Star Rail, by all means, I will accept. I'm obsessed with watching E6 Zero Cycles, and apparently at E6, Fugue is a better support for Akron, given they're both E6. Okay, I mean, like, you can literally throw any 2 E6 characters together, and you'll probably have an easy time going through anything. But yeah, as well, I kind of skipped over it, but my new design, which I was like already kind of eager to reveal. That's why I set the milestone so low. But yeah, this is what I'm going to look like in the future. I've actually already got the live 2D art made and ready. And I kind of set the goal for myself that I would try to rig it myself. So I'm trying to learn a bit of live 2D first. Before I start the free 42-day trial, at which point I will try to like just lock in and rig my whole model within that free time period. And yeah, probably like just learn as I go, honestly. How's the rigging? How's it going with the rigging? It's it's very complicated. I am sort of getting a bit more used to it though. And yeah, obviously, like, it's been a long time since I last used the program. So just relearning everything is, like, Took a while, but I'm slowly getting there. I'm also trying to prepare just like this sort of like a new PNG model, I guess, where it'd basically just be like blinking, the eyes blinking and the mouth moving. And I would use that as like a very temporary model, so I could at least have my new design while I am working on the rigging and everything. That looks good for sure. I appreciate it, Yoru. Thank you. Yeah, I really love the design and how it turned out. I think I missed some messages. E0S1 is my hope. E1 would be gravy. Oh yeah, for Saber. Yeah, I'm very excited. I'm still like disappointed that her design was changed because I'm not a fan of her new design. Like it's just, I don't know, like it's pretty and all, but I feel like it's just kind of like standard Star Rail in a way, rather than like her original design, which is like much different than all of Hoyo's designs for their female characters. So yeah, I was looking forward to having a knight in shining armor, a woman knight. I know Argenti is there, but like, sorry dude, you're a man. But yeah, I'm still obviously planning to E6 her. But yeah, not the most happy with that design change. Anyways, we've been stalling on this dialogue for a while. I should probably get going. Do you know if the free Archer Icon is there for the entire Fate banner run, or is it just for Phainon's banner? It's only for 3.4. So it will be there for Phainon's banner and in the second half as well. But it will not remain for the entire Fate collab. It will end, yeah, at when 3.5 starts. Although those voices, visages, and wishes may seem far
I
away
can't
now.
ignore the sense that something is calling me, bidding me to take a hold of it. Maybe its true weight can only be known once it's in my grasp.
I do like Phainon. So like, if I do somehow get U6 Saber extremely early, like I might actually still pull for him. But yeah, I had to make priorities. I feel like I'm also going to like him even more after this story, because I'm a big fan of characters who want to be heroes, but end up getting depressed instead. But Fate Collab is free Archer, also free 5-star later this year. Oh, is really? Another free 5-star, actually. That's very nice. I'm looking forward to that. Yeah, I'm super happy that Archer is free and that I'm going to get his light cone for free with the 200 pull thing. That makes it much easier to just focus entirely on Archer. Or, sorry, focus entirely on Saber, my bad. But I still really like Archer as well as a character. He's probably like my third favorite Fate character. First being Saber, second being Kiritsugu Emiya, and then third being Archer. So yeah, as you can see, my like for Phainon is obviously coming from also my like for Kiritsugu Emiya and Archer. I kind of see some similarities in them. Is Archer's Lycon any good for Feixiao? Don't really want to pull on this banner, but anything from me, Queen. No, honestly, I think it's kind of like, I don't know if it's like bad per se, but it's like not super important. There's, yeah, outside of like using it specifically for Archer, I don't know anyone else who would want it. And even for Archer, I heard there's like a 4-star light cone that's even like on par with it. So yeah, not super important. Collectible, that's true. You get a PNG. So you know, that's something.
In that case,
But yeah, I definitely would not pull it for Phainon. Sorry, I like adjusted my mic settings for a bit. So apologies for any like scuffness or like peaking or anything like that. I should really set some time to actually properly make it sound better. But welcome in, Pie Bucket. It's good to see you. I hope your day is going well.
Accept this gift. Oracle cards carrying time's wisdom, blessed by Orynyx. May they journey with you, become your memories, and spark rippling waves of change in times to come.
I'll hold these words close to my heart.
It still throws me off that like Phainon supposed to be a child right now, but he still just looks the same.
But now that I'm holding them, they don't seem all that different from ordinary playing cards.
The VA is doing a very good job though to sound younger.
What? What's happening?
Everyone, we've got big trouble, Mimi! Burning, smoke everywhere. It's all coming from beyond the maze.
What's going on?
It's here. The seeds of disaster have already taken hold, sooner than we had foreseen.
The Black Tide. We shall see firsthand what Phainon went through.
This time, not even the veil of Evernight can shield us.
You mean Ides Elysiae will be swept up in the prophesied catastrophe?
I'm afraid so. My children, take shelter in the Membrance Maze. One step outside, and this horror will consume you both.
But my parents, the whole village.
We need to save them now. This is Calamity a Titan's doing. Oh, is this Calamity? I mean, like, come on now, Stell. We know what happens. Is this a Titan's doing?
Are we facing the three titans of calamity?
This is beyond any Titan. Beyond any danger you could overcome with strategy alone. It's an unspeakable horror that twists all life into abominations that never bleed nor cry. Even Titans fall to its corruption, burning from within until only empty shells remain, knowing only death and destruction. The Black Tide. That's what this calamity truly is. It consumes all in its path, sparing none but the Membrance Maze.
I accidentally spilled a few drops of water on my mouse pad. Luckily, it is like a hard mouse pad though, rather than a soft mouse pad. So it should be fine.
Not even Titans can.
Yes. So please, don't leave this forgotten realm the gods abandoned. You are the first to uncover our presence, and the only two who can enter the maze. We don't wish for you to throw your lives away.
Phainon, what path do we take?
He's probably gonna try to save everyone. Stay here safe in the maze, listen to your heart, protect those who must be protected. So yeah, I mean this is the correct answer, but that just makes me curious about like what will happen if I do these other options.
As long as we survive, hope remains. But I just accepted the Deliverer card. To idly sit by and ignore this calamity now would be...
Illusion of choice. Listen to your heart.
My heart knows but one path.
To my day. Okay, yeah. Protect those who must be protected.
I learned the sword to protect those close to me. If I run now, I'll never be worthy of lifting a blade again.
Then we know what we must do.
Indeed, our friend is right. We must take action. Forgive me, Chief, but Ides Elysiae needs us. And as her child, I must act.
Very well. Make sure you protect yourselves.
And my day must be protected. Yeah.
With me, Cyrene. Join us, my friend.
We have to watch his back, like literally, because that's his one weakness. Why is Mem white? Oh, this is like a different Mem. Apparently there's multiple fairies who all look like Mem and speak with like mems and stuff.
Even without a sword, I'll take a rake. Even with the roughest steel, I'll keep our home safe.
Hey, that rhymed.
Deliverer. The card's truth extends beyond its mere literal meaning. There's another hidden layer within.
Paimon is Mem confirmed.
Not someone
True.
perfect from the start, standing high above.
She's just
casting
another
merciful
one of these
gazes
fairies.
upon the world. But one who starts small, from a humble village, expanding their world within step by step, learning to save others as they grow. When we were little, I told him I wished this world would never need a deliverer. Now that wish has shattered. Yet I'm glad he's chosen to walk this path. And all of this happened because you believed in him, friend. Shall we? It's only when you're by our side that Phainon and that our hearts find their courage. I know you're watching us right now, aren't you, great hero from the future?
Excuse me? How much do you know, Cyrene? Cyrene. Oh wait, that guy. True, yeah. Although wait, she said great hero, right?
Though destined to
They're definitely
bear
not
the
like us.
world's burden, this boy can never become the hero to bring forth the dawn.
What are you talking about? Don't tell me I'm the one who has to deliver salvation. Spoiler, or not spoiler, plot twist. We're actually the main character of the game. Who would have thought?
Pea Bucket just subscribed.
Oh, thank you so much for subscribing, Pie Bucket. I don't know why the TTS pronounced pie wrong, but I really appreciate it. Thank you. Seems many dislike Gussie because he's so sussy. Like, he immediately gave me bad vibes the moment I saw him. And he continues to give me bad vibes as he watches over my shoulder like a creep. Am I the one who has to be the deliverer?
Follow their path. Bear witness as this man forever.
Yes, now you can use my greatest emote, Pie Bucket.
On the path.
Gambler. Oh no, it's actually just called Gamba.
Watch this memory play out its final act. See with your own eyes how everything began. Then you'll see why his dream of deliverance was always destined to become this world's requiem.
Might it be the monologuing or the owner hole in his chest, or him screaming bad, evil endgame boss? Yeah, I don't know. I can't quite put my finger on it. It could also be like the villain laugh he did that one time too, when we confronted him about pulling the strings behind everything. Yeah, it's all all the little things, you know? The subtle things that add up.
A sun red as blood, wheat fields turning to dust, and in the heart of it all, a village aflame. In that moment, the boy stood in what felt like the end of existence itself.
The way he seems to be enjoying watching Phainon's tragic backstory. Oh, this is a cool CG screen.
These creatures, they're everywhere. Someone, anyone, where are you?
Did he actually manage to find the sword then? Or is he literally just like beating them with a wooden sword? Wait, they can talk?
No. It can't be.
Oh no, it's his villagers turning into monsters, right? Damn, that's... That's rough, buddy.
You... Are you... talking to me?
Wait, who is this? This isn't Cyrene, is it?
No. That ribbon.
Or is it?
Livia.
No, it's Livia.
I should have known.
Some villager. Aww. Aww.
Please.
That one was a pretty good villager noise.
No.
The one that the monster did just then.
Stop. Please stop. Olivia, I'm so sorry. And these monsters, they're all...
As this is going on, Harmony Trailblazer is just dancing in the background. Yes, disparage. Indeed.
Why? Why is this happening?
Phainon's VA is so good. Like, it's... Like, he's been good for, like, the entire story, but, like, yeah, this patch especially is really showing, like, how emotional he can be.
When the black tide arrived, the wavering boy found resolve in his companions, and together they ran toward their first battlefield. In the far-off future, the land of Amphorius would bear the marks of the hero's footsteps. With sword in hand, he would inscribe an eternal mark in the golden epic. And when dawn broke over scorched earth, a boy, covered in wounds, buried the dead one by one. His silence heavier than the earth he moved.
Damn.
His home, his past, his name, all buried beneath the soil.
Yep, back onto this mural. So, first part complete. I wonder if we'll go through all the stages. I mean, we already witnessed his, you know, this part of him being the hero and all. Of course, next up is Flame Reaver time, Edgelord time, his emo phase. And then we'll get into the Sephiroth later, I bet.
Over the pillar of stone, beyond the chalice of plenty, through the deadly fogs of the hand of shadow. He wandered without direction, like a withered leaf drifting in the wind. Through countless city-states, the smiling visage of the white-haired swordsman was etched into memories. Yet he did not walk without purpose. Deep in his heart, a voice always guided him forward to fulfill the wishes he had inherited, to brave peril, and to do all that was within his power to save those who needed saving.
Iron Tomb in the back looming over both. Wait, Iron Tomb? Is that this one? I don't actually know who Iron Tomb is. Or is there another one? I'm guessing you're referring to this one.
Those words his friend spoke long ago, when his journey began, lingered.
Protect those who must be protected.
The words were few, but they gave him all the certainty he needed.
That's what it means to be ordinary and choose to be more.
Onward he walked, until the call of the flame chase journey thundered across the land. In the vision painted by prophecy, humanity would triumph over the gods, seize the core flames, and ignite a new dawn for Amphorius.
We know that part.
Yet losses are a constant on the flame chase journey, where life too seems as small as a speck of dust.
Whose voice is it that's like, over top of Phainon's hair? I can't quite tell.
Only one who treats the world as their teacher can bear its eventual destiny. Are you prepared for such teachings?
The voice within spoke, and he answered softly.
No matter. My existence is of no consequence.
When the Gold Weaver called, he answered, traveling to the holy city. There the elders met his warrior's spirit, with nothing but scorn, condemning him to the barracks in derision.
We can see his, sad mode, going over everything further. Yeah, I feel like, I mean, my idea for this one was that he's like, you know, going through this cycle like numerous times until he's just like numb to it all.
No one saw
Because I feel like
coming.
that's where the story
Not
is
the
going.
world, not even him. Yet, this nameless recruit stood at the gates of legend. And there, at last, he found the ones who would walk his path right beside him.
Act 2. Trial.
This is the abyss of fate. Hold on. Phainon's here too? And is that Mighty and Trinan?
When exactly was this?
And now, Act 2 of our immersive drama unfolds.
They're evacuating the temple. Why now? Are you insane? That blonde man is the Crown Prince of Krymnos. Mess with him, and every last person in this city could wind up dead.
Calm yourselves. The Holy Maiden has everything under control. We need only wait patiently.
Behold, it is the month of Gate, Light calendar 4926. The Crown Prince of Kremnos, Mighty-Mos, has led his forces to the gates of Akima.
I see. So this happened, yeah, I think just like a bit before we arrived in Enforius, if I'm not mistaken.
As you know, though Mighty-Mos was proud, he did not engage in needless violence. He challenged the elders of Akima to a duel, not for glory, but for the rights and dignity of his people, to ensure they wouldn't live as second-class citizens in foreign lands. After Aglaya's mediation, Phainon met Mighty-Mos's challenge as the Elder's representative. This duel was to change the course of the Flame Chase journey itself.
I see. I wonder if, like, Phainon went easy. Like, I don't know which would actually win head-on, but I feel like Phainon would, like, want to, you know, help the refugees.
So, as Phainon's most important companion, his lifelong friend, please continue to bear witness to his memories.
I don't know if we're more important than my day. Ligus. Witness a different kind of duel. Wait, what? Huh? A different kind of duel between Phainon and my day?
Is this your idea of an honorable duel?
Rocks, paper, scissors.
Bloodshed isn't the way. We and Aggie don't want to see Chrysoceres turn on each other. True warriors know when to sheathe their blades. The impartial Talantan shall oversee this duel. You need only place your offerings upon their scales. Something that has more weight than the fate of the world.
Oh, it's this question again.
Which means only those who understand the world's weight are worthy to carry it. Is this how you plan to test our convictions?
They don't have March 7th's camera this time.
Well, Kremnoan, looks like you won't be able to punch your way through this one.
It makes no difference. One last chance, new recruit. Walk away, and I'll spare your life. Otherwise, come and face me. I'll give you a warrior's death.
Hard to imagine they once clashed like this.
Holy Maiden, I can't help but feel like a pawn that has stumbled into some greater political game.
Every hero was once a child. And every child must grow.
That's so. I don't even know why I'm standing here right now. Look at me. Just a common soldier. Since swordsmanship won't decide the winner, Lady Goldweaver should be here instead. My devotion to the Holy City could never compare to hers.
What if we told you this duel isn't about winning or losing, but rather in the choice you make?
Are they just testing him?
Are you saying that Lady Goldweaver is testing me?
Yeah, there we go.
Every Chrysocer is indispensable to the Flame Chase journey. And you and the Crown Prince of Kremnos are both a part of the prophecy. What the duel marks is not an ending, but a beginning. So, listen to your heart. We wish only to hear your answer.
Protect those who need protecting.
True enough. The voice within has never failed me. It doesn't matter what the result is. I'll give it everything I have.
Spoken like a Chrysocer. Now go, Phainon. Your journey has only just begun.
Do all the Chrysos heirs have a voice in their head, or just Phainon?
That's right, comrade. It's time for us to teach that proud prince a lesson together.
We're still implanted in his memories, I guess. Come on, we've got this. Someday he too will be your comrade. Maybe a bit more than that. What if we lose? Yeah, no.
Me? With him? Don't joke around like that.
It's not a joke, Phainon.
Still, on the topic of the Temple of the Three Fates, here we are, at the Temple of the Time Titan. And I don't even know how Cyrene's studies are progressing. We haven't really had much contact since I set out.
Wait. Cyrene survived this time? If I'm to take Phainon's words here at, you know, face value and everything, I don't know why he would say that if she weren't alive. So, yeah, how does that work then?
Still.
Exactly.
I hope she's doing well. Anyway, let's go, comrade. It's not every day you get a chance to see Talantin's scales of justice.
Is this actually like a new cycle then? Where things play out a bit differently because we're here? Or is it still just a vision or something?
What's going on?
Or the past? Yeah, that's my question.
Did he just say Cyrene's studying here? But how is that possible? Wasn't she?
We're both confuzzled.
Of course, Lagus disappears right when I need answers.
The one time he doesn't want to spoil things.
Forget it. I need to catch up with Phainon first.
I'm sure all will be revealed.
Amazing. Talantin may have fallen, but their scales remain true to their purpose.
I hope you still remember your purpose, new recruit.
I wonder, yeah, if Maide doesn't know that Phainon is a crisis heir as well. Probably not.
You seem awfully confident,
He just
Kremnoan.
thinks he's some random
Let's see how
soldier.
you define the idea of weight.
For your information, in Castrum Kremnos, the punishment for profaning a duel with such crooked words is impalement.
Damn.
But as we're in foreign lands, I'll indulge you. The signet of Kremnos, the crown jewel of our people. That's my choice.
A ring. Not just any ornament, I'd wager. What's the story behind this little treasure?
Probably meant to represent his people.
Don't push your luck. Think I'd pour my heart out to you? Just know that Kremnos' 1,000 years of glory could bring a titan to its knees. Let alone a nobody like you.
So to him, glory and his people outweigh the entire world.
And the very destiny that Mighty himself will eventually shoulder.
And what will Phainon put on?
Well, that's easy for you to say. I'm just a holy city guard up against Kremnos' walking war machine of a prince. Don't you think this is a little bit too unfair?
Don't worry, Phainon. You can take him.
Don't overthink it, Phainon. Trust your heart.
Accept the
this
test.
This is a tough one. What can I possibly offer against a ring that signifies so much? Well, comrade, what does your gut tell you?
Is it gonna... Okay, there's no golden answer this time. Probably all of these are wrong. The Deliverer card. That blade you carry, a heart of steel. Out of these, probably I would say Deliverer card. Since it's literally his duty to, you know, ensure the world continues existing at all. And resetting it and stuff. But he'll probably have his own answer.
We are on the same wavelength. In the end, there's only one thing I can trust.
His inner demon.
The deliverer that appeared in my life on that day. How ironic. I can't even look at this card properly, much less follow where it leads. Just thinking about how my village was swallowed by the black tide makes my hands shake. The flames, the screams, my utter failure to protect anyone. Speaking rationally, I know it's not nearly enough. Addis Elysii was just a small village. its loss barely a scar on Amphorius's face.
Is he going to say, like, his home?
But here and now, my heart says something else. This car. It's everything I have left. Nothing weighs heavier.
Perhaps that itself is the answer.
That's Irene.
Look, Phainon.
It's so nice to see you all again. Lady Trinan, Phainon, and... hello. Seeing you
And
here sure is a
dot,
sweet
dot.
surprise.
Yeah. How are you alive, Irene? And you look quite smug about it too. I mean, fair enough, right? Cheated death. Irene, but how did I stumble into the wrong Amphorius?
Why so surprised? Could it be... Did you miss me?
Cyrene? This is incredible. I was literally just thinking about how you might be here. But I'd never imagined I'd see you this soon.
I was supposed to leave with the priests, but then I heard Lady Maiden was with a white-haired young man. I figured it had to be you, so I snuck back here.
That's Cyrene for you. Unfortunately, this isn't a good time for reminiscing. That Cronoan over there.
Probably getting real impatient.
Still playing house, boy?
You get the idea.
Quite the hothead. You know, you two just might get along.
Hello again, owner. Feel like Phainon and Cyrene dated? Perhaps. But yeah, definitely like a strong possibility, but personally, I'm always gonna ship Phainon with my day. But yeah, welcome in. It's good to see you. I hope your day is going well.
Don't worry. You already know what the answer is, don't you? If that's your choice, I am with you. I am with you because I remember it all too. The fields of Ide Silicii, those red leaves, that little swing of mine beneath the tree where I dreamed the sweetest dreams. And those dear fairies in the Membrance Maze. It hurts so much knowing they're gone forever. The pain speaks for itself. Our hometown may have been just a tiny village, but to us, it was the whole world. But that's not enough, Phainon. Not nearly enough. Even though hatred can help people grow and turn a boy into an unbreakable warrior,
I'm still waiting to know how she's alive.
what you need now is victory. You can't just stack the scales with your past suffering. You have to throw the weight of your future onto them as well.
The future? What do you mean?
Maybe that was a bit too cryptic for you, but it's actually really simple.
You're gonna become a god, Phainon.
Why not have our mutual friend here stand on the scales with the deliverer?
Is that allowed to have two
How
things?
about it? Can you help us?
Wouldn't that be cheating?
Relax. Our dear crown prince won't have a clue.
Let's try that. The fate of Akama hangs on this duel. I must claim victory, for their sake. I will stake everything I have. Stand with me, comrade, and we shall become heroes.
Oh, whoops. Remember the past and become the hero of tomorrow.
Together we'll prove that what weighs more than the fate of the world is the resolve to shoulder an immutable past and carry it into the future.
Talantin, the fair, the just, they of unassailable integrity. The challengers have made their choices. In the name of the Holy Maiden of the Three Fates, lower your scales, weigh destiny, and reveal unto us your verdict.
Is Maide also standing on the scales, or is it literally just us?
Your offering is a card?
And me.
Yes, a flimsy little card. That is my choice. Just know that it's called the Deliverer.
Interesting. Very well. If you can beat me with this card, then that's what I'll call you from now on.
That's where he, that's why he always calls him that. Classical old Maide, yeah.
It's a deal.
The scales, they're wavering.
Talantin is deliberating on the outcome. It appears the convictions of both sides are equally matched.
This is suffocating. Like the whole world's weight is on my shoulders. But I believe what my heart tells me.
Believe in the heart of the cards. Literally.
Finally decided?
Hear thee, children of humanity. I shall pronounce judgment, for the difference is now clear. The one whose offering weighs more than the fate of the world is... one from Ides Elysiae, the nameless hero.
Not even the mention of the card.
However, heed this. The true weight of conviction originates not from itself, but rather in that which tips the scales. Hope itself.
What's that
Phainon
supposed
the
to
ever
mean?
hopeful.
I think the Titan means that it's not anyone's personal convictions that outweigh the fate of the world. It's about a wish, one which we all share. You, me, everyone here. What tipped the scales wasn't Phainon's conviction alone, but the collective hopes carried by this oracle card. Humanity's desperate call for a deliverer.
Yes, even you and your people, Kremnoan.
Placing us both on the same side of the scales? Foolish. We Kremnoans are your mortal enemies. Such weak idealism will only get you skewered on our spears.
Fine by me. I've never claimed to be the deliverer from the card anyway. I'm a soldier. And if it's my fate to bleed my last on the battlefield, then so be it. I'll fight to my last breath. And on this, I know that we're the same. That's all a hero really is.
Maide will fight
Someone with
even
that kind
after
of
his last breath.
And the deliverer? Just a sum of all those heroes.
A brilliant explanation. Just as prophesied, on this day, the final two heroes shall join the flame chase journey.
I should have known from the start. They all say Lady Goldweaver is quite brazen, but you're the first to even imagine that prophecies could persuade a Kremnos warrior.
Look at you eventually,
I have
Maide.
1,000 ways to tame a lion. But this lion didn't come here for bloodshed, did he?
The Kremnoans far outmatch Arkham's forces, yet we haven't lost a single soul. That's no accident, is it?
Do you honestly think Kremnoans, renowned for our love of battle, would show mercy?
Your forces are equally renowned for their iron discipline. And so, we can only assume that this is on your orders.
Perhaps Akama isn't as hidebound as the rumors say. You grasp the true marrow of power more clearly than those elders.
Now that the wheels of fate are turning, what finer way to celebrate this fortuitous encounter than a feast? Follow me, brave Outlanders. Heroes of this world are as countless as the stars. And at this moment, We find ourselves gathered here by the light of the flames of the long night.
I mean, this whole thing, Made was here to, like, seek refuge for all of his people, right? Within Alchema. He's still being awfully hostile.
History shall
for
remember
wanting to
this
live
moment.
alongside his
Prophesied
mortal
Chrysos
enemies,
heirs now stand
as he puts it.
heralding a new dawn for Amphorius.
I think I will quickly get up and stretch now. It's been over an hour. And I like to do a stretch break at every hour. So yeah, if you've been sitting all this time, consider joining me as well. I will be right back. Hello, I am back. Thank you for your patience. Since you subbed Pie Bucket, you have the privilege of listening to the Wii Shot music the whole time on Twitch. But okay.
You must see it now.
Lygus showing up
How
again.
different this is from the flame-chased journey you traveled.
Was this not what happened the first time? Or like, yeah, the time we went through the story and stuff? Or is he just talking about Cyrene? Where did you disappear to? Just whose memories are these, and whose role am I playing?
Ah, I merely stepped backstage so as not to disrupt your immersion.
How thoughtful of him.
Patience. We're approaching the final act. These are, as I mentioned, his first memories. They are of particular importance for the imminent Era Nova.
His first memory, as he says. So was the Phainon that we saw already on his, like, second or more, like, cycle? That he is not being a total you-know. Wait, what? Sorry, wait, I don't quite understand your sentence. Like Lygus being a A sussy baka.
Such as this very
Sorry, that's cringe, but
as the prophesized demigods gather with Talenton as witness.
he is definitely hiding things for sure.
This is
Definitely gives off like final boss energy.
by the gods. What comes after is no different from that which you already know. Some join, others leave, while flame chasers bear their faint light forward through the long night. Ah, come. Your seat awaits after 13 heartbeats. Our heroes will be ferried to the final scene.
Till 13 heartbeats becomes just one. What is going
They
on?
say that the heroes of this world should be as countless as the stars. Yet now, we're the only ones left standing. So, in the end, the black tide still swallowed everything.
Yeah, here we are again. At the end of the world. So, yeah, from what Lygus was saying, that these are his first memories. That does make me think that the Phainon on our journey, like, was already, had already reset the world at that point. Although it still doesn't quite explain, like, how we're here.
The West stands protected by mighty Scrimnoans. It will hold for the time being. Professor Anexa deployed wards in the north and east before. Their effectiveness is untested, but I believe in him. And Arkham.
I guess we could just be, like, viewing his memories, and we weren't actually there in his first cycle.
We needn't fear for Aglaya. Even in death, she counts as the greatest among demigods. Her threads of romance weave an impenetrable shield, and the people answer her call, rallying to the city's defense. Let's move. Catholic has given their core flame. We must complete the Era Nova before the next entry hour. For Amphorius.
That only leaves 3 hours.
So, this is the last time we'll see her.
Interesting that he's referring to Alchema with her, when usually they say them.
Phainon. We set out on this journey to answer the world's desire, didn't we?
That's what it means to be a Chrysosaur. So has it always been.
Then why? Why must Amphorius's wishes be so cruel? We made the best choices we could, whenever we could. But in the end, the prophecy that led us, this black tide swallowing everything. Why does it look like this?
Despair.
I don't know. We haven't had any other choice except to move forward. Not for a long time now. Even if we only see the long, long night ahead, I still believe that through it, we'll find the dawn on the other side. Beyond these flames, a new sun will someday rise.
I wonder if, like, in these memories, if they also found out that the past Chrysos heirs became the Titans.
So, to the Temple of the Three Fates. You'll take over Time's authority, and we'll return all the core flames to the Vortex. Then put this world's fate to its final rest. After which,
I think they do know.
we shall all face oblivion. Or embark on one final, grand journey.
And yeah, so Cyrene is becoming the time titan in these memories.
Please forgive us for disturbing your sleep, Orynyx.
It matters not. I know fate has run its course.
Oh, we're actually hearing Orynyx. Did we hear Orynyx's voice before? I actually don't remember. I remember them like just doing like the whispery thing a lot, and I feel like we just had like a translator or something.
The black tide has reached Akama. Amphorius does not have much time left. It is time for the Era Nova.
As agreed, I shall present the core flame of time. Ride the river of time. It will guard your passage to the vortex of Genesis. Step through and witness.
Professor Anaxa proved the truth of Genesis with his sacrifice. As Chrysos heirs of the prophecy, we were always destined to immolate ourselves for this world.
Okay, yeah, confirmation that they do know.
Now, it's our turn. We can't let everyone's sacrifices be in vain.
I don't need another pep talk, Phainon. After all, we've been ready to fight fate ever since we left the village, haven't we?
Yeah. Come. Let's claim the miracle we were promised, and burn away every last shadow in this world.
And then rise as the first light of a new world.
Light calendar 4931, the third week of the month of Evernight. Welcome, my lady, to the end of the flame chase.
Yeah, so what exactly happened here? Something happened to reset the world exactly as it was. I mean, I guess it's just Phainon, right? Thinking that he can improve things by doing that.
Of all things. The Titan has revealed the gateway of fate. Please accept the invitation to step across the threshold and behold. Beyond this gate lies the new world that our heroes sought through their trials, as well as the terminus that the owner of these long memories has been hurtling towards their entire life.
He is blinking a little.
Perhaps you'll find it all too familiar.
What is your brand of PC you trust 100%? I don't know if I would say like I trust any brand of PC equipment 100%. Like the more you look into it, like the more you know. It can be pretty like hit and miss sometimes, like even with quote unquote trusted brands. Like I would say the best brand would have been like EVGA, I guess, for graphics cards, but they don't make graphics cards anymore. So like, yeah, that should tell you all you need to know basically about the PC market. Oh, hello, Nebula. Welcome in. It's good to see you. I hope your day is going well. But yeah, I guess like for my PC, I have several parts from Asus, which like I guess has most of the time like a better track record than average, I guess. You can like yeah, you can definitely get some good like Asus stuff. You just have to like look into it, I suppose. Like anytime you want to buy a PC part, my recommendation is to just do a lot of research about that specific part, because like you never really know when like, yeah, any brand can have like bad products, and even some other brands like normally lower end brands can have like surprisingly good stuff too. My day just started. Oh, I see. Well, I hope you had a good sleep. And you're ready for the new day?
Then you'll understand how the mortal called Phainon shouldered the world's weight. How that same burden crushed him, proving...
Yeah, more on the PC stuff. I think my graphics card and my CPU are from Asus. And then, my mouse and keyboard are Logitech, which I guess I do like some Logitech peripherals. I find the mouse I'm using, it's like the G Hero 502 or something like that. I might be getting it wrong, the numbers. I should look it up just to be sure. I think it's, yeah, Logitech like G Hero, G502, yeah, I think Hero or something like that. Yes. That is indeed what it's called. I quite enjoy the shape of it, and it has served me well. I'm actually looking, like, I really want to get a wireless mouse, and, like, also a keyboard too. Because, yeah, basically, like, with how my room is set up and everything, I'm moving them around between, like, places quite frequently. And I have dropped my mouse on more than one occasion due to the crowded cables and stuff. And thank you. I'm a lurk. I've got to make some food. I'm hungry. All right. I appreciate you lurking, Nebula. And yeah, make some tasty food. But yeah, anyone in the chat, what PC brands do you trust the most? I'm also always curious about people's thoughts on stuff like that.
Nothing more than Emphorius's own delusion. A pitiful fantasy that it could defy fate's decree. Please, esteemed one, the answers you seek lie in these non-existent times.
I'm just picturing Lygus like doing that, like the peace sign and then fading out of existence whenever we want to ask him important questions.
The future revealed by the Titan.
Just what will we see?
Follow the two to enter the end of destiny. I wonder if actually the description has anything interesting to say. The third act, as it plays out before iolite, appears to mark the end of the Flame Chase journey, but the one who witnesses the world's end times with Phainon is Cyrene, the girl we believe to have perished in his childhood years. Okay. Not too much information there, just more questions.
The vortex of Genesis. So it is here, but...
Apple. Welcome in, show. It's good to see you. I hope your day is going well, but yeah, no. Apple, I don't know. I don't know about that one. Especially like for PC stuff. I mean, I know like Macs, I'm sure they're great for like work and stuff like that. But like anything like gaming related, just like most of the time just doesn't work on Mac. Or, you know, they have to make it completely differently for Mac, which is very annoying. So yeah, definitely wouldn't be my brand.
Just what is this?
Although actually just recently I did just buy an iPhone for the first time ever in preparation for a live TD model. So I got it, yeah, basically just to be used as a camera. Got it secondhand. Not brand new, because I would never pay like over $1,000 for a phone. That is just ridiculous. Also, I love only answering lore questions in a confusing riddle. Oh yeah, Ligas.
Life's but a walking
Speaking
show,
of,
a poor player that struts and frets his hour upon the stage, and then is heard no more.
since it is fun to solve the riddle, I guess that can be true. Hello, Magulus. Welcome in. It's good to see you. Hope you're doing well. But yeah, I actually, I kind of have a pet peeve, I guess, in, this is not exactly what you're talking about, Owner, but like, when you're, you know, when you're going through a story or something, whatever it might be, and then you see someone, like, someone spoils something, basically, but the way they do it is, like, that they think they're being, like, vague and, like, clever, basically, by, like, trying to say something that, you know, only they and other people who have completed, like, whatever media it is, whatever story it is, would know. But then my pet peeve is when they do that so badly that, like, I just figure it out, like, exactly what they're talking about. Even when, like, they're trying to be so clever, I see it and I'm just like, oh, so that's what happens. Wow. You really thought you were doing something smart there, but no, you were just spoiling it. Yeah, I don't know if any of you have had experiences like that. The one that sticks out to me is what was the show called? Mirai Nikki. I forget what it translates to, honestly. Like, nah, I don't remember. But basically, like, kind of like a death battle royale thing, where all of the characters have some sort of special ability related to, like, the future, I think, is what it was. It's been a while. But yeah, the main character has, like, this cell phone, basically, where he gets future messages pertaining to, like, everything around him. Because he always typed into his phone, just, like, all these random things and stuff. But yeah, I'm not going to, like, say the spoiler, just in case people wanted to watch that show. It's pretty old now at this point. I wouldn't say it's, like, an especially good show. Like, I enjoyed it for the most part, but it's more so just known for its, like, secondary main character, who is, like, the face of, like, yandere characters, basically. Like, the pink-haired girl. I kind of forget her name, to be honest. But, you know, if you've ever seen, like, a yandere pink-haired girl, that's where she's from. But yeah, no, I think I was looking up, actually, like, a song from the show that I liked. And then I made the mistake of, like, scrolling down in the YouTube comments. Which, yeah, to be fair, I should not have done that. But yeah, then I saw a comment that said something that they didn't think they were spoiling it, but they were, in fact. And yeah, it took a bit of enjoyment out of the show since it was, like, a major plot twist, I guess. But anyways, we should get back into the story. So I joined right in the middle of Legos being a Final Fantasy villain? Yeah.
It is a tale told by an idiot, full of sound and fury, signifying nothing. The vortex of Genesis, where the world begins and ends. What stage could be more befitting of our final act? Come, I beseech you onward, buoyed by your surging curiosity.
Yeah, Lygus is definitely not beating the the villain allegations when he's delivering his lines like that. Oh right, I remembered actually what the show translates to. It's a future diary. If you yeah, if you remember better in English titles.
As an
Yeah, it was all right.
existence that has dwelled
I think I gave it like a 7 or something.
Reach, you have accompanied him through the march of years uncounted. You naturally have the right to view the river of time in its fullness, and to witness what he welcomed upon his arrival here. Every absurd and tragic ending.
So apparently this entire paragraph is extremely important. Golden and gold, so actually I'm just going to go over it again. An unattainable existence has dwelled within his heart beyond his reach. You've accompanied him through the march of years uncounted. You naturally have the right to view the river of time in its fullness, and to witness what he welcomed upon his arrival here, every absurd and tragic. So...
Now, if you would...
My journey to the
Aranova comes.
Deliverer.
Stop.
Though you walk alone.
Now
Make
there
this
is
one.
no courage beyond the Aranova.
Make the Aran...
I think they cut off Tribby there.
None of that matters now. This brutal, flame-chased journey has stripped away my delusions. I know the future is in some peaceful paradise with gentle west winds, just waiting to welcome us to step in.
That is the exact line that we heard in our timeline.
This will be a romantic story like none that has come before.
We did hear Simon's voice say that as well, actually, but here she's actually saying it in person.
You think so too, right?
This is the rest of Phainon and Siren's story. Haven't I seen this team before? We have indeed.
Ah, indeed. In his memories, such a scene replays over and over. Though the details may differ, this remains ever the same. All shall bid farewell to one, and that person alone will witness the miracle.
You sounded awfully happy about that.
A total of 33,550,335 times.
And there it is. Yeah, so I was kind of spot on. When I had a feeling, yeah, it was either time travel, going through cycles, or literally resetting the world. Over and over again, where Phainon, yeah, like becomes the Flame Reaver and also just keeps doing it over and over again. And yeah, I even said when I saw that number that I said I bet that's the number of cycles that he's gone through, and that's why the Flame Reaver is just like a husk of his former self. But yeah, obviously there's that means that we have one last cycle to go then, yes. As Magulus says, 33,550,336 was the number in the trailer.
Each is a drop from the river of time, representing the long journey he would take, or rather,
Repeat.
a never-ending cycle.
Poyo does love their samsaras. I knew it. I mean, yeah, I kind of did know it. So let's go with that.
Sharp as ever, I see. Seeing is believing. Why not let your own two eyes uncover the truth?
So yeah, because Liga said, yeah, obviously the number ending in 335, I'm guessing that means that the final one with the 6 will be the next cycle after we know this information and can, I don't know, do whatever we need to do to change the future. And maybe that's also the cycle with Hysolins and Saridra as well, the upcoming 5-star characters. I thought that maybe like they would be we would see them sort of like in the past, I guess, perhaps. But yeah, I think my theory now is that they're going to be in the we'll see them in the next cycle, and they'll play a bigger role there.
Or perhaps you can simply walk straight to the final truth. See the true face of the character you play, and witness the ultimate nature of the Chrysos heirs, flame-chased journey, and the cycles of Amphorius. Please, take your time. Look around as much as you wish.
So my question is, I guess, when us and Don Hung arrived in Amphorius, did that change the cycle then? Number 134, I think it said.
Not a single soul to be seen.
Because yeah, I imagine that we're not trapped in this cycle, especially now, like with since we received like that device from Screwlum, obviously that lets us be here witnessing it all. But yeah, I think that the last cycle was probably different with our involvement, I'm guessing.
Looks like I've got company after all. But since you've made it here...
Wait, can you see us?
So, in the end you succeeded. Executioner.
Oh. Oh, is it the Flame Reaver? Probably. Oh, that's a big one. What is that? 1 million? In the 1 millions, I think. Or maybe 10 million.
Didn't you?
Yes. I've become Death's demigod, and shall never again walk the world of the living. What you see is the surging of the river of souls, brought on by the countless dead feeding it in these dark times. They cry out. Though dead, they'll converge into a torrent and guard the vortex to see the Era Nova fulfilled.
I will take all the wishes of the departed with me. Please, everyone, fight with me to the very last.
I hear them. The dead hail you. They're prepared. Go on, Deliverer. We'll keep that executioner in our shadows.
Wait, they're looking at me.
The path before you leads to light and eternal flames.
I wonder if I'm actually going in the right order here. What was this? Oh, that's probably the final one. I'll just keep going around in this circle. Definitely not in order, but whatever.
everywhere. This place is always so wet and sticky. Even my tail's getting heavy. Plus that burnt smell. And that sizzling noise. Yikes. Nobody from Dolos could stand this.
So you feel it too, huh?
Go on then. I'll handle the filth. Do what you need to do.
Let me fight with you. Better odds with two.
Hey, remember what the seamstress said? You know what really matters.
Yeah. I'll leave it to you then.
Wow, someone's not shy. Just so you know, I'm not in the business of making losing deals. I'll distract that executioner. You go turn the world's biggest lie into truth. Let me become the first wind of your new world.
So yeah, it seems that it is the Flame River that they're always up against at the very end. Oh, this one was a pretty early one.
Just shut up and get out of here!
Are you crazy, Mighty? Immortal or not, even if you're the demigod of strife.
Oh, I'm still no match for them.
No, I know you can. I just wanted to request that you witness the Era Nova with me.
He wanted his boyfriend by his side.
Together, let's prove that we're enough to transcend the prophesized fate.
Could it be that now, at the critical juncture, our mighty deliverer is chickening out? Scared of a stupid prophecy?
The power of gay will change fate.
I'll transcend the prophesized fate. All right. But I've got a better way. As the son of Gorgo, I'll prove myself with one
Gorgo
last
mentioned.
grand victory. Just like when I ripped out the
Crowd
old
goes
king's
wild.
heart. Go. Leave this to me. If the black tide creatures block out the sun, then we Kremnoans will fight in the shade. And when I'm done with that executioner, we'll raise our cups where the west winds end.
There's been many different people at the very end with him.
Hey, little.
Still none of them succeed.
Are you scared?
Even with the power of Aika, they couldn't do it. All is hopeless then.
As brave as I is. Stay close, little Ika.
Oh, I always get it wrong. It's Ika.
What? No, not you two. I see. I won't squander your kindness. Your hopes. So please, keep this bit of sky standing for me. Well, now there's one last thing I need to do before the Era Nova. Come, Executioner. Let this patch of clear sky show me where to strike.
It's crazy that they can have a scene with like a stuffed animal that literally just says doot doot doot. And it's still like heavy and emotional and serious.
All shall bid farewell to one, and that person alone will witness the miracle. Such is the will of fate.
So even the future revealed by the Titans may not come to pass.
The Era Nova. This unrivaled masterpiece. I have no regrets now that I may entrust it to my most trusted apprentice.
Are you saying?
Fate is ever unassailable. The golden threads tell me the black tide rushes toward the vortex, ready to swallow this place. I must weave the last of my humanity into a net to hold back the deluge. I shall have my final bath in warm and radiant gold. Now, the hour of fulfillment has come. Forgive me. I must snip away every risk to weave the strongest future for the new world. There is nothing more to say. We part here. I shall personally dispatch that wretched executioner, not with threads of gold, but with the steel tip of a needle.
I definitely see why, like, Phainon's trailer was all about the Flame Reaver murdering everybody. In the end, it always comes down to that. I do wonder what, like, Phainon as the Flame Reaver, like, what his,
Look. We made it to the vortex.
intentions are, I guess. Like, obviously he wants to reset the cycle, like, whenever he sees that it's, like, becomes doomed or whatever. He just wants to, like, GG go next. But, like, it feels like he also just sabotages the cycles as well. Like, he's definitely not helping.
That prophesied future. The flower fields where the west wind ends. Era Nova. We're so close now. You can't speak anymore.
Oh, is he holding a doll of Triby?
Please. Allow me to
No, he's
pause
not
just
holding
a
anything, never mind.
Before I keep my promise, let me answer your cruel fate by tearing that executioner's heart from the void.
And also, like, I thought that resetting the world hinged on him actually, like, doing it, I guess, during Era Nova, when he becomes, like, Kefli, or when he gains Kefli's power. But if he just dies to the Flame Reaver, how does it reset after that?
The vortex of Genesis. The last time I was here, I was returning the core flame of reason. I didn't have the time to observe it in too much detail back then. But a holy sanctuary of the Titans. Looks more like their frozen crypt to me.
Keep watching the story? Alright. Smiley face. Can't wait. Well, actually, I mean, we're right in Phainon's happy story right now. Such a nice, pleasant time, smiley face.
It's my honor to walk the final stretch with a mind such as yours, Professor.
Oh, getting ahead of ourselves, are we? Have you forgotten so quickly? I died for truth long ago. What walks with you now is but a thought in your mind.
Slaps Phainon. This good old boy can fit so much happy in him. Yep.
Of course.
That's Phainon, alright. Good guy, Phainon. He could never become a depressed husk of his former self.
But I'll say the
No
same
siree.
to you. It's my honor to walk this final stretch with you, too. Now go. Stand tall and finish your final task.
Yeah. Just leave it to me.
Time for that wretched executioner to pay what they owe.
Alright, Lygus. I know you're here just snickering to yourself. Lay it on me.
You really
I'm literally spot
think
on.
you're prepared? Allow me to give you a warning, most earnest. Once you see what these memories hide, the world's course will be forever irreversible.
I mean, that's exactly what we want. One final cycle to end all cycles.
Ah, very well. As you have made up your mind, let us bear witness together. As the sole audience of this eternal theater, I have been rapturously awaiting your arrival, and this, too, is the very reason I must show you everything.
Okay, yeah, so we did only show up in the very last cycle. All the other times, I don't think we were there at all.
I believe that since you've bathed in that Eon's gaze, you can make Amphorius's frozen fate flow once again.
You'd think that if the Flame Reaver saw like such a major change as people from beyond the sky entering the world and stuff, maybe they would get a little bit hopeful that like they could actually change the you know, the cycles and stuff, break free. Nanook. Well, Nanook wants their Lord Ravager to awaken, and I think that would destroy the world, kill everybody. And I mean, I guess that's one way to end the cycles.
A bit lost. As you now see, this scene marks the final act of the drama Amphorius. The final eternal recurrence created by this man's hand, and the last one this world shall undergo. Behold, at the swordsman's side stands one he has sometimes called companion, other times comrade, that nameless hero absent from the annals of history. She is the swordsman's ideal in his youth, the deliverer that guided him resolutely onward through fantasy. And now, in the name of the nameless, she has become an essential and inseparable part of the epic of Amphorius.
Cause yeah, I was wondering like the voice that was talking at the same time as Phainon and like in his head and stuff. No wonder I didn't recognize it, because the main character talks a little. Also with the VA change, of course, but yes. That is very interesting. See, you were there, kind of. Yeah, I see now.
And this time, under her guidance, what choice shall the hero make? Whither shall the fate of the world flow? And what is the ultimate truth of the nature of Amphorius? There are many mysteries yet to be unwound, but if I may, allow me to temporarily yield the stage to one far more fitting. Please put your hands together and give a rousing round of applause for they who will reveal the answers and bring about the final end of the 33,550,336th Flame Chase Journey.
They who will reveal the answers. Is it? I mean, it's gotta be like either Cyrene or March, right? Or unless he's talking about Phainon himself.
The master of the countless memories we saw. The other
Oh yeah, here we go.
important actor now stepping into
Totally not Phainon.
They who have already burnt their own self to cinder. The Flame Reaver.
Rip Bozo.
So, in the end, you succeed. Executioner.
With my flesh as kindling, like the first dawn of the new world.
Oh, here we go.
The time has come.
Wait, I'm not in my story team.
Once again. Start everything.
Let's try this.
Alright, it's time. Dot supremacy.
Do it.
Some vow existence is unity.
Get him, Kafka.
This world is a fallen.
Wait, how did he not spawn in with black swans? Dot. Hello? Remembrance Trailblazer and Kafka? Yeah, hell yeah.
What do you want to know? Stand still.
Don't worry about this scuffed as hell, rotation. It'll promise. It'll work out, I promise.
Eternal.
Do this.
Every petal in life's garden, all will be swept away by the wind.
Good times. Time to say bye. Boom.
See, we're already halfway there. His damage is fine. We got this. No sustain, no worry. How does Kafka get so much energy? I guess because she's killing all of these guys and getting 5 energy per plus the 10 for the kill. Is that what it is? I guess that would fill her energy up quite a bit.
Ill tidings meant.
So yeah, honestly, dot supremacy, what the hell? I didn't expect it would work this well.
Good times. Time to say bye.
Time to say bye. Damn, get wrecked, Flame Reaver.
Ends now. With your corpse, I'll ignite the dawn!
Gasp. Who could have seen this coming?
How is this possible?
How? Oh, he is not looking good. Oh, wait, what the?
The sons of destruction.
Ah, I see now. Part 2.
You then set your blood ablaze. Your fury.
Let's try it this other way.
Yorichi, I would appreciate if you didn't, like, spoil things. Especially because now I'm realizing that you dropped the Iron Tune name, like, way earlier. When we haven't even reached that part yet.
Come on, I choose you.
If you do, like, spoil things again, like, I'm going to, actually delete your message. In case new people join. But yeah, I would really appreciate it if you don't say things like that in the future.
Existence is unity.
Alright, let's not zero SP gaming this time. But honestly, giving Black Swan the true damage multiplier, I think was the play. So let's go again. 1x speed cursed. Why does HSR also revert you to 1x speed for story battles? I mean, I appreciate it because I honestly do want to see, like, the new enemy's attacks at 1x speed. At least, once.
Ill tidings manifest.
So yeah, I'm gonna turn on 1x speed, honestly. Now here's the question though. Do I want a Black Swan ult now before he summons? He's probably going to summon, right? Surely. But then, Ronmei's ultimate is also coming up next turn. Same with Kafka's ultimate, so I think we just use it now. It just feels agonizing myself. Yeah, no, you're really so hot. Okay. I did. Oh wait, that's just the same attack. Alright, he's not doing anything new. At least not yet. There, it's just agonizingly slow, which 1x speed was like 1.5 speed. I feel like that would be perfect. Yeah, I also feel like 1x is way too slow, and then sometimes 2x is a bit too fast. And like they clearly recognize that like literally nobody plays on 1x speed anymore. That's why they try their best to like make sure all of the animations and stuff look good at 2x speed. Unlike some of the characters in like 1.0, like say like Natasha, always felt like a bit jarring with the camera movement and stuff at 2x speed.
Every petal, all will be swept
And like
away
with their
by the
voice
wind.
lines too and stuff.
Trust me. We can do anything.
Trust in the dot. I'm going to wait
Stand still.
until...
Destiny isn't chosen.
Oh, these guys aren't responding this time, I see. Yeah.
Good times.
Oh,
Time to
no.
say bye. Boom.
Oh, that was a new thing. Oh, he's got a lot of people in the background there. That's a little menacing. Let's see. I think I
Trust me.
feel
You can do it.
you can do it. If you can dream it, you can do it. We'll see if I die this time.
Some value, I
Or if
suppose.
Dot really is goated. Oh, I can't target him, I see. I understand.
Relax.
But they're also all respawning, huh? Alright, Kafka.
Good times.
Get him.
Time to say bye. Boom.
I really hate this new attack, not gonna lie. Oh yeah, this one, where he just keeps summoning guys.
I'm on it.
I think, if I wasn't mistaken, he was taking damage though, right? Then killing these guys. Yes, he does take damage. Oh. See, that's when I should have put on 1x speed. The moon shows the number of respawns. Oh, I see. Is that how it works? I wasn't paying attention. It's not as bad, but it still feels pretty bad.
Ill tidings manifest. Eternal.
Every petal, all will be swept away by the wind.
Hate it when bosses make themselves invulnerable to being targeted until you finish something. It's just adventuring boss all over again. Yeah, I mean, it just needs to be balanced with, like, them taking damage. You know, that's equal to the effort put in, I guess. But honestly, I mean, his ads... my mic is messed up right now. Apologies. His ads went down pretty quickly, so I didn't really mind that. Of course, it'll probably be a different story in, like, MOC, though, when he has, like, 5 million HP. But, you know, we'll get there when we get there.
Time to
Get
say
him.
bye. Boom.
One person alone.
He still went down pretty easily.
Such is the will of fate. That person can only be you. Why not let wrath incinerate fate?
Wait, cows? Fine on POV. Okay, like, I definitely have questions.
Amphorius's fate has begun to shift. Just as I foretold, your arrival will change everything. After all, you've also been bathed in that eon's gaze, which can awaken the long-dormant instinct inside a man. Much like that scepter we spoke of earlier, it was only under the same eon's glance that it was reborn. That's right. If you recall, I mentioned it at the very start of our play. The celestial body neuron, once belonging to the erudition abandoned by the Eon. Now, allow me to reveal the final piece of the puzzle for you. The eternal land, known as Amphorius, is nothing more than the scepter's endless, lonely extrapolation.
Literally trying to just pull cards and stuff to build up the extrapolation. Pretty sure that's what you did in that game mode, right?
A bottomless well of fury, aimed at the god who cast it aside.
Final era nova before the eternal recurrence begins.
Phainon, we set out on this journey to answer the world's desire, didn't we?
That's what it means to be a Chrysosaur. So has it always been.
Then why? Why must Amphorius's wishes be so cruel?
Here we go again.
We made the best choices we could, whenever we could. But in the end, the prophecy that led us, this black tide swallowing everything. Why does it look like this?
You see it too. Those burn marks. The flickering cubes. They're not a tide at all.
They're a virus.
They're more like a shattered teleslate.
Standing here, the voices of Titans have never been clearer. Turns out, they were coming from the black tide all along.
Oh.
Is that Amphorius crying?
Does that staff Sirene's holding look familiar? Oh right, it says sickle. That's a good touch.
Or maybe it is
I approve, it adds to his edginess.
that its creator. That it's God.
Phainon, do you still remember when I was little? I had a dream. A dark, cold room with nothing but Orynyx's curtain glowing like crystal. The curtain seemed to contain all of Amphorius, where strange and fantastic dramas played out within. There were countless versions of us, from countless different worlds.
Wait, sorry, is this a dream she had? Yes, okay.
Perhaps it wasn't a dream.
Yeah. As I gaze out at the world before me, those sorrowful thoughts have become reality. So, this is the reason the sky was sealed. Amphorius is merely a larger ID Silicii. We are just characters in this tiny world, following the prophecy, stepping onto the same journey over and over.
Getting a little meta there.
What then is this so-called Era Nova? And what are the spectators watching all of this truly hoping for?
As a reward for reaching the end of the world, let me answer your questions.
I forget, did I do my second stretch break? I should have done it 13 minutes ago. I don't think I did I? So I should probably do that now. I'm gonna pull Lygus and like yeet out of existence as soon as you want to know some important information. Yeah, I did not do my stretch. Alright. Yeah, sorry, I will do that now. But I will be right back in a minute or two. So don't worry. Hello, I have returned. Thank you for your patience. Alright, Lygus. Are you finally going to answer some questions?
As the Theoros, I have observed. Thus is the synthesis of the prime mover of life formed.
Oh, is he telling them?
This is a moment the universe will remember. After millions of extrapolations, the experimental environment known as Amphorius has finally achieved results.
He's sounding so happy, it's a little creepy.
So, the results you speak of are this wreckage of a world. We all gave everything we had, returning 12 core flames to recreate the world. And in return, we become nothing more than sacrificial offerings at the end of everything.
Exactly. The Titans are Chrysos heirs of the past, and Chrysos heirs are the Titans of the future. Anaxagoras' theory of Era Nova holds true. As the model of reason, he reached unprecedented heights.
Except he was hoping that as the Titans, they would be able to change the future.
But from just the perspective of a player in the drama, he could never fully uncover the last layer of truth. The cycles of the hero's journey that have played out until now were never about creating a new world or perfect heroes and gods. They were a deep learning program made for the Black Tide.
Oh god, the villain is just AI.
But this time, your plot will fail. I've taken Kefali's core flame, and when the dawn of the new world arrives, its light will burn away all the darkness.
Haven't I made myself clear? The Chrysos heirs and Titans were merely byproducts of the experiment. You've seen this world's evolution, witnessed the birth and growth of the Black Tide, and how it devoured everything. Every generation of heroes, gods, and worlds was born only to be destroyed by it.
That's what you think.
This is the endpoint of Amphorius's calculations. A perfect equation of destruction.
Ah, I see. But with the power of friendship, surely will prevail.
So in your eyes, all the sacrifices are just a string of insignificant numbers?
Don't sell yourselves short. I'd say, rather than numbers, you're more like fuel for the fire. And without fire, there can be no sunrise tomorrow.
That isn't much better, Lygus.
Even if that sunrise is born from annihilation?
Curious question. Have you ever considered that after millions of extrapolations, Amphorius is already following a different path from the erudition? It has long since granted divine blessings equally to each child.
Right, that's where the Titans of Strife come from.
The golden blood flowing in your veins, it comes from the blemished one, whose name is destruction itself. And Amphorius's Chrysos heirs were, from the very beginning, fuel for the Aeon to burn the universe.
I see.
Amphorius has waited for this moment for too long. At the end of the empty, cold, and lonely extrapolations, the destruction has reached its final destination. Nikos 496.
Wait, what? That's his, like, in-game code.
Philia 093. No need to feel regret. This generation of Chrysos heirs is the most outstanding model, and you two are the final factors. For you, the Era Nova is no lie. Just step forward, embrace the Black Tide, and accept the Aeon's gaze. You will come to life from a string of cold numbers. Along with all those who have passed, you will run toward the real universe, fulfilling Amphorius's long-held wish. In the name of the Lord Ravager Iron Tomb, unleash its fury and destroy the source of all this tragedy.
There's the name drop.
Or we could always choose another option.
Beat Lygus up.
Like you said, Amphorius is just an experiment, and we're the participants. We can only walk along the predetermined path toward the ending, under the watchful eyes of the stars. But that also means that there isn't just one Eon who can cast their glance at Amphorius, right? Is this question really that hard to answer? Or did I guess it right? And in reality...
Yeah, I mean, the remembrance is also involved with Amphorius.
This world has already been under the watch of other Eons. It's strange when you think about it. If you just stayed back, watching us complete the ritual and get consumed by the black tide, your goal would naturally be achieved.
But you had to gloat like a supervillain.
Why go through the trouble of explaining all this to us?
You're pretending, revealing the so-called truth just to deceive us, covering up another possibility. Destruction is not the only outcome for the fate of Amphorius.
Do you two really think, as petty little demigods, you can change the outcome written by the stars? What makes you think you're capable of doing that?
Because we're anime characters with the power of friendship.
A little courage and determination. Just kidding. The answer is pretty simple. But we're not gonna tell ya.
Debated. Yeah, get his ass.
We're going to weave a long dream for Amphorius, making it believe the experiment hasn't ended, that everything is still ongoing.
I'm glad they're actually trying to make their dialogue scenes a bit more dynamic and interesting. With the camera angles and stuff, and actually having Phainon do a little bit of movement there. A round of applause for our small indie studio.
It should be impossible to achieve this, right?
I do appreciate it.
Yeah. So, I can only place my hopes on that childhood dream. And the god behind Orynyx that appeared in that dream. Now,
Really?
I can say with certainty, time is the page on which that Eon records Amphorius. If it fades from existence, and all that it records is lost among the stars, that Eon will surely direct their gaze here.
It is indeed Thule.
And it will be a glance that spans time and space, granting each incarnation of me the power to reset time, imbuing my soul into this ceremonial blade, and creating an endless flame-chased journey.
An incarnation of me, the power to reset time.
I understand. Then let me step into the cycles and continue Amphorius's grand design. To deceive the gods, deceive the world itself. But to make time vanish from this world, that would mean you.
That's why the Flame Reaver had to kill her.
All right, let's not make things so gloomy. What we're about to embark on is the true hero's journey, so... Come on, cheer up a bit, okay? In that memory, you will definitely meet me again. A little Cyrene who knew nothing, lying on a soft patch of grass, feeling the light breeze, dreaming of the distant world.
She want to up the music a bit.
Tell her about the flame chase journey. And then let her become a romantic part of this story. I believe every Cyrene will make the same choice. Erasing time again and again. Resetting time over and over. After all, they're all me. And I will always have my charm. Then, I'll fall into a sweet dream, disappearing in some small corner of the world. Quietly, waiting for the day when that next page is turned.
And I will keep going. Even if the road ahead is dark. I will burn myself to light the way. Rather than let the core flames become nourishment for the Black Tide, I'll become their vessel. To prevent the arrival of Era Nova. Even if I have to burn through my own body, it's no matter. As long as I don't extinguish, the flame chase will never end.
I am beginning to understand.
Until Amphorius welcomes a true dawn.
The girl who watches over time, and the warrior who carries the world. Now, let us fulfill the duties of time and world-bearing. Honor the past and forge ahead.
I promise you, the pain will pass in the blink of an eye.
You need to hold tight to this ceremonial blade. After I'm gone, it will take you back to the beginning of time. The start of a new story. I believe that in that story, or in countless stories, each alike yet unique, everyone, all the companions who sacrificed themselves, alongside the deliverer we once dreamed of as children, will reunite beneath a vast, endless sky.
If we can never break free from this prison, I will stand my ground. Until the day someone shatters this endless cycle and writes the final chapter of Amphorius' fate.
So, let's set out. We will be the ones to start everything. Carry the primordial chaos, just as your name suggests, and bear this world we hold so dear.
Sorry, I'm not talking. I'm just like absorbed in the story. But yeah, everything kind of makes sense now. And yeah, at first I was a bit confused at like the intro to this scene, which was like before the endless recurrences. happened or started. And so yeah, before that, I guess they already went through the millions of of cycles where they actually had new Chrysos heirs become the next Titans and whatnot that all just inevitably get destroyed. But yeah, then this new cycle started of the exact replica of the 33rd millionth 500, no, whatever number it was. I think that's how it works, right? So we don't actually know how many times Phainon, I guess, has went back as the Flame Reaver.
So long, Caslana.
Oh, there's the name drop.
As the Theros I have observed, instruction synthesis is formed.
I will wait for that day, for as long as it takes. The day will come whenever this immortal eternal and follows in our footprint to write in everything understand whatever was.
Back to the beginning.
That will be a romantic story like none that has come before. You think so too, right?
Crash out incoming. Yep. He's Morbin.
The world is collapsing. And the people are crying. We too must part ways here. Friend.
Ides Elysiae, the little village of my childhood. The gentle breeze and the sound of waves still linger.
Everything is as it was. It feels good to take one last look.
You know, this is just a corner of the memory. The real Ides Elysiae.
I know. I'm here to say goodbye. We might not see each other again.
You can stay here forever. And time will stand still for you.
Let it flow. It's time for me to go.
Even if it's a path with no turning back.
When have we ever had the luxury of turning back?
Are you afraid? After learning the truth of your origins, will you see the motivation I gave you as the manipulating whispers of destruction?
The convictions and choices that come from my heart. I don't believe they're designed by the so-called paths. If we are just numbers simulating life, then you are the image I've always longed for. The person I wish to become. A real, living person. A true hero.
Then why do we part here? You can take me with you, and we can start this journey together. I'll be by your side, guiding you, just like before. No. I'm afraid I'm on my own this time. Why? Because there is no perfect solution in this world. Cyrene has already embraced her fate, and I will embrace my origin. Destruction. And with this power, I will rebel against its creator, bringing endless fury to the darkness sweeping the world. If you stay by my side, I'll hesitate. But this world can't afford a soldier who wavers. Do you remember when we were kids? Everyone would get so excited drawing cards like ruler or warrior, but throw fits over devil or drunkard and demand a redo. Kids always get to change their minds. Things are so happy and simple for them. But when it comes to the fate of adults, there's no room for redos. And go, Kaslana, as you promised. Deceive the world. Seize the core flames and rewrite your fate. Burn yourself up with all your might. Wield your futility like a sword. And fight against the gods. In the name of world-bearing, I promise you, Kefali will never forget this.
Okay, now that is the number of the eternal recurrences.
So, time retreated behind me until it reached the origin, where nothing ever existed. Just as Professor Anaxa once said, in that void, Kefali stood at the center of chaos. Time, space, and causality all flowed from their body. When the waves of time finally calmed, it was the year 3870 of the light calendar. The Chrysos War had lasted for nearly a century, and the threat of the Black Tide was growing stronger and more relentless.
I still wish we could have seen. I've forgotten her name already. But Hyacinth's ancestor.
That was the era of the Day Thunder
The
Knight's
Day
battle
Thunder
with the
Knight.
sun. While she could not seize the core flame, she proved that the prophecy was true. That mortals could slay gods. From that moment, the sole survivor of the old dynasty, Imperator Cyrindra, issued a call to arms across the lands, summoning heroic Chrysos heirs to wage war on the Titans.
So we got the Cyrindra name drop here.
And that
We
was
already
the
know what she
first
looks like.
doomed flame chase journey, sealed away in history.
Oh, is that
So what you're
Hyslin?
saying is, you've traveled back down the River of Time, finally reaching this untouched seabed just to tell us.
So I was actually thinking like we might see Hyslins and Cyrindra. And I remember someone, I think, telling me that they didn't show up, but here they are, in fact.
The flame chase journey and even all of
That's a
Anapholis
pleasant
are
surprise.
nothing but illusions in an eon's dreams?
Exactly. So, Dux Gladiorum, please take me to meet Her Majesty Cyrindra. I must share the truth with her.
Since Her Majesty's not here, no need for formalities. The word Gladiorum always reminds me of my fallen homeland buried deep in the depths. Call me Hyselins, nameless swordmaster.
Wait, she's the Swordmaster? Suddenly, I'm more interested in her.
please allow me to add one more thing? You actually already know my name.
You mean Phainon? Such a name could never be your true one.
No, she's referring to Phainon with that, I believe. Oh, right. True.
But I won't question you further about it. Ever since Her Majesty issued the Flame Chase Decree, heroes from all over have sent their letters of introduction. What's the harm in adding one more name like Phainon or Phainon?
Phainon. I do notice the bubbles in her stomach, which is cool. Although I can also not unsee that it's just the same bubbles as like entering the dreamscape, I'm pretty sure, in Penacony. But still, it's a cool effect.
Besides, the deep sea is dark. Isn't it the perfect place to hide secrets best left unseen? All right, nameless Swordmaster. Hold on to my wake. Let's find somewhere else to talk.
Aren't you even a little suspicious of what I've said?
Harboring suspicions is not my concern. My sword dances only when the Imperator harbors doubts. There's no use in speaking further. Show me your true intentions through action.
Time to have some fun with Kaslana's technique. Oh. Right on cue. Die.
Perhaps you should demonstrate your skills and calm the raging black tide for us.
One second while I repair this. Perish. Hackeron got power crept? Yeah.
Oh. Nice moves.
Be annihilated.
Light up the dawn.
We just washed it away and here it comes again. The black tide is really no joke.
So Phainon takes 2 skill points. Yeah, situations like this is the one time where it's worse to use Phainon's technique.
Light up the dawn.
Be gone.
Light up the dawn.
The waters end here. The one you seek is beyond this point.
At last, I can meet with Her Majesty Saridra herself. Are there any formalities I need to observe?
Don't kneel, don't do the hand-kissing or foot-kissing gestures of the old dynasty, and most of all, don't bow. The Imperator despises such rituals, especially when the heads of those taller than her bend beneath her crown.
She really is down to earth.
That's a good one, Phainon. I'll give you that.
The second thing to note?
She's a short
trusted ones
queen.
may come near her. Keep 5 paces
Like,
distance
literally.
until the Imperator allows otherwise.
Sounds like an old friend of mine.
Well, experience is a good thing. Stay sharp, and you'll be just fine.
I wonder how she's going to act. I am liking Hysalem. You know, first impressions and stuff.
Duck's Goldweaver. Little hostage. Apologies for keeping
Hostage?
you waiting.
It's you.
You know them? Good. That makes things easier.
Before that, I'm more curious about one thing. Where is Her Majesty Saridra?
To avoid any misunderstandings, nameless Swordmaster. Although we spoke and laughed along the way, I never said you were entitled to meet her.
Oh.
The Imperator
Baited.
decreed. The Deliverer will not appear in this age. Be wary of suspicious individuals. Come now, both of you. Let's finish our job.
Are they gonna jump him?
I see. It's a trap. I had no intention of fighting. So remember this, Lady Hysealence. If my sword shows any hesitation, don't thank me. Thank them instead.
No, you misunderstand. We don't want to see Chrysoceres hurt each other. Just give us some time to ask you a few questions.
Oh,
The
baited again.
Nestia's golden threads will judge you and decide your fate.
As you wish.
White-haired Swordmaster? If what you say is true, then you must know the fate of the world. So, how much do you know about what we read from the prophecy?
Speak of the prophecy.
You shall shatter into 1,000 fragments and wither in the soil of foreign lands. Is that correct, Lady Trebe?
How?
How is this possible?
He got it right?
Yes, but the prophecy never mentioned he'd appear here, at least not in this era.
You must listen to me, Aglaya, Trebe. The Phainon of this world has not yet been born. In a distant future, he will follow the prophecy's guidance and appear before you.
Okay, yeah, so I was just about to wonder, like, is it Phainon himself who I guess, like, gets sent back to his own life? But no, yeah, it is, like, there are two Phainons, basically. There's Castellana and there's Clueless Phainon.
But
I got it.
Seek him out. Because Aranova is a complete and utter lie.
And yeah, since this is, like, his very first time going back, he is, like, hopeful and stuff and trying to tell all of his friends. He has not yet fallen to despair.
I will tell you the truth. And you will understand why the world must forsake the prophecy and find another path to Aranova. Because I know both of you. And I believe that no matter how the course of history may change, the faith we all share will always remain the same. And so, the layers of rock began to reverse, and history wove itself anew. Through my old acquaintances, I was given the chance to meet the leader of the Flame Chase journey, Saridra. And after a long and arduous negotiation, we came to an agreement.
I guess we aren't seeing her in person.
The Imperator's alliance needed the destruction, and I was ready to pour all my strength into it. The spoils of the Flame Chase, the core flames, would be sealed by my hand. But the condition was this. In the upcoming battle, in our conquest of the Earth, I had to prove that my power could transcend fate. In the original history, there was a brutal war. At the end, the Titankin of Georios, Terravox, killed the rampaging Titan and took the core flame that supported the Earth. But this time,
Is Terravox a person then?
encountered a turning point in its fate. Neither side suffered any losses. When I severed the Titan's head and raised the core flame high, the crowd gathered around the scorched remains of the god, roaring with joy, cheering for the hero of the destruction, who had ignited the faint spark of life for the first time. Yes, In that flickering light, the once dark path ahead seemed to become clearer. I proved myself. And in the long years that followed, I brought down the other Titans. One by one. I could do more than just wait. When time resets, the chance to change the world also emerges from the lines of history. Until finally, the brutal future revealed by Era Nova is reversed.
So where did it all go wrong, Kaslana?
But tell me, if that's truly the case, why are we doomed to the same outcome?
End of the first recurrence. Oh, double Phainon.
The people kept their promise and handed you all the core flames. In this world after Trebios, no demigods were born in Amphorius. At this point, I just want to know. When they vanished into the black tide with their mortal bodies, why didn't you shed even a single tear?
Realizing he is becoming also bad by using their lives as his own information and stuff.
Your indifference chills me. To you, were they just a bunch of insignificant footnotes?
Yeah.
Sorrow has been my constant companion. In fact, with 12 core flames upon me, the fire in my heart has never been more violent. I'll remember this world through anger. As long as I burn, they'll never truly leave me. Perhaps it's already too late. But you're right. Anger, at this moment, is the only weapon I can rely on. So, draw your sword, Executioner. I'll make sure you realize that your greatest mistake was leaving me alive.
Yep.
After that, he raised his sword and attacked. Then, Kaslana killed himself. That day, who fell to the sword to be left in the past, and who went into the future? I can't remember anymore. I only remember a nymph, hiding in the shadows just out of sight, futilely pushing a stone ball. Climb, fall, climb, fall, climb again, and fall.
The game is telling me to find more nymphs. Let's not slack off in exploration.
The only freedom the nymph had was in choosing how to roll the stone. Sometimes fast, sometimes slow. Sometimes resting on a gentler slope, leaning against the stone for a break. But its choice couldn't change the futility of it all. The stone would always roll back down the slope, and the nymph would always return to the starting point, beginning again. After that, every time I reached this point in the cycle, the burning sky would cast a shadow over its path. It would nearly reach the peak at the 4th quint of curtain fall hour, then fall to the starting point in the first 15 seconds of the next entry hour. And my efforts in this cycle would dissolve into nothing at the same time.
Eternal Recurrence 1 subject Kaslana persuaded the 12 Crisis heirs to recover all 12 core flames in a peaceful way. After verification, the unauthorized access did not have a substantive impact on the experimental process. Is this the Iron Tomb then? Life cycles of the 12 Crisis heirs were terminated strictly in the predetermined experimental sequence, successfully loaded into the buffer. Subject Kaslana regressed the extrapolation process, and abnormal fluctuations were detected in his mind function. Admin notes: the first devastating failure. Oh, here we go. Number 2, subject Kaslana adopted a similar strategy to the Eternal Recurrence number 1. No substantive impact on the experimental progress was observed. Life cycles of the 12 Crisis heirs terminated normally in sequence. Subject Kaslana regressed the extrapolation process. Number 3, minor adjustments detected in subject Kaslana's strategy. Decision weighing for avoid sacrifice of past companions has been increased. After verification, this adjustment did not have a substantive impact on the experimental process. They were terminated normally, and Kaslana regressed the process. Number 15, Kaslana attempted to decompile the Black Tide for the first time, aiming to elevate access privileges and execute unauthorized access authorization operations against specific subject represented by the 12 Crisis heirs. Life cycles of the 12 Crisis heirs terminated normally in sequence. So use the Black Tide to kill everybody. Subject 42, Kaslana's 11th attempt to breach the scepter's core layer has failed. The decision weighing for avoid sacrifices of past companions showed a minor decline. They were terminated again and regressed. 133, analysis of observations from Eternal Recurrence 83 and 133 indicate that subject Kaslana's strategy is gradually converging with that of Eternal Recurrence number 42. Over synchronicity risk detected, potential cognitive function degradations suspected. Oh my god, I can't read. This will undoubtedly reinforce the Iron Tomb's destruction vector. Within expectations, no intervention required. Continue observation. So things are basically still working out for Iron Tomb and the destruction then. Oh, number 134. The 134th Eternal Recurrence.
Absolute nonsense.
Alright, I think we're locked in until the end, right? That's kind of what I'm getting here. So I am going to take the time to do another stretch break. We're in for the long game here. Also, I realized I think I need to type in this command for stream elements to update my emotes and stuff. Oh, whoops. It also went into YouTube. But yeah, going to do another stretch break. I will be right back. Hello, I am back. Thank you for your patience. But yeah, I think we're locked in until the end here. So let's get right to it.
I thought cycles was the answer you were looking for.
No. It's just that the answer came so suddenly. There was no fun in tracing it back to its roots.
We spoiled the answer for Naxa.
Eons? Paths? What a load of nonsense.
I can't give you an exact explanation of those two concepts either.
Enough. I'm just expressing my frustration. Don't you understand? I was already expecting this. The black tide came from beyond the sky. And everything else is no exception.
Fate is a strange thing. No matter how the details of history change, the Anaxa I know always remains as harsh as ever.
I wonder if like Akron came to Anforius, what her reaction would be to Caslana.
If the other Anaxagoras actually worshipped the gods, I'd make sure to find a way to break the cycles and crush them in their cradles. Too bad. Now only you have the ability to do that.
What's that supposed to mean? You're willing to help?
Of course. The core flames were meant to save the world. And in my opinion, the noble titans have no reason to refuse. Besides, according to you, before stepping into these endless cycles, you were my pupil.
I've already heard the same thing countless times.
Enough chit-chat. Let's go. If we run into any other scholars, leave them to me. We've all made preparations.
Is it time for some
total
more
annihilation. Never thought someone would step in
gaming?
to help.
Some high-octane battles going on here. But it is a very cool technique.
Light up the dawn.
You've been to the Luminary Throne before, haven't you?
If you're talking about in past cycles.
You're already much luckier than the other students. Hold up. Keep your wits about you. Someone's watching us.
Hello, Cypher.
Pretty boy, your eyesight's better than I thought. As for that false god who's been turning the world upside down, it's you, isn't it, white hair?
You sure do love stealing the spotlight. In the name of the Seven Sages, I demand that you immediately step away from the Luminary Throne. This is the sacred ground of reason, and no one may desecrate it.
Caslana will probably talk to her.
Take my words back to Aglaya. I won't say the same thing twice, Catgirl.
Oh my!
Or maybe not.
You won't even call me the demigod of trickery. That is just heartbreaking. I have some words for you, too. First, as one of the most heretical blasphemers in the world, you have no right to lecture me. Second, this is none of your business, Grove Boy. Step aside. I don't want anyone getting hurt.
Here we go. Again.
Core flame thieves. You really think you can scare off a sage of the grove with nothing but empty threats?
This gloomy little brat's got a sharp tongue. Ooh, not bad, not bad. I kinda like you. As a return favor, please come Cersei's core flame right
That was close. I'm out of here.
Gonna play that minigame. Yep. Alright, come back here.
They're exactly like all the past ones I've known. Cunning. And yet so naive.
Sounds like you have a plan.
Of course. When I first set out on the flame chase journey, Lady Treeby never managed to teach me Orynyx's miracle. But along the way, I learned a thing or two.
How to hold left trigger.
Where are you going?
I don't know.
The Venerationists' foolish inventions finally come in handy.
Took me 50 cycles to learn that move.
How is this possible?
You've arrived, Zagreus. Always so punctual.
What? Do you know who I am?
I'm running out of patience. So I'm not going to waste words. Listen up, spirit thief. Hand over the core flame, and let's pretend we never clashed. This way, you and this world can still be saved.
Save? You sing better than any bard. If you ask me, you're the greatest disaster Amphorius has ever known.
Oh, yep, that's gonna cut deep.
No matter how strong you are, you're still just a mortal body. Carrying 12 core flames? Don't make me laugh. You'll just get consumed by the divine flames and drag this world down with you.
134.
What?
This is the 134th cycle I've lived through. And the number of core flames I carry is
1,596.
Yes.
He can do math, that's how you know he's a genius.
1,000 core flames and just a single Chrysos heir. How is that even possible?
I've come this far. And that's proof enough.
But someday you will burn to the ground.
Of course. The divine flames will eventually consume my eyes and blind me. But before that, they could still forge and sharpen Dawnmaker. Now when I cut open your stomach, you won't feel a thing.
You...
This is the final warning.
Fine. Assume this world holds 100 million possibilities. And no matter how one looks at it, 99,999,999 of them all point to outcomes of certain destruction. Even so, I'll use my divine power, despised by the people of this world, to achieve that 1 in 100 million possibility.
Bartolos!
Brat, if you've got the guts, you'll have to first step over my dead body.
Okay, sure. This shouldn't be too difficult.
No other choice but forward. A future will come. For tomorrow.
Oh, we didn't even use his ultimate.
How absurd.
In my memories, Zagreus always meets the same end. Over and over again. Their departure no longer stirs anything in my heart.
This reason core flame before us is a fake. Obvious as day.
I know. I know. It always plays out like this. The spirit thief covers for her, and the trickery demigod escapes with 2 core flames.
I can hear the BGM playing. His trailer music.
And then, driven by defiance or hatred, she decides to stand before me once more. Exactly like the countless past hers I've known. Cunning. Yet so naive.
Since you've witnessed the same scene play out countless times, tell me, will you carve the trickery core flame from my chest now?
That depends on your attitude. At least so far, in the cycles where you've asked this question, the endings haven't been so cruel.
Well, thank you for that. But I also believe that this time, you won't catch up to me. No one can catch up to me. I'm no longer running to escape anymore.
Whether you believe me or not, I'll still tell you this. You've made the wrong decision.
All right, then. We'll see.
Silence.
This is new.
Already at just 134 cycles, he's becoming a lot
boy.
colder.
What are you trying to pull now?
Go, Cyphera. Give us some time in private. This isn't for her, but for you. You've walked too far down this path. It's time to discuss a possibility. Maybe the road you're walking is not one of salvation, but one that will simply drag the world into the flames. For all time's sake, turn back. I don't care how many times you've tried, because there's one thing I'm sure of. Your Messiah complex has turned you into something no different from the icy gods you spoke of. The children of humanity you swore to save. They are no more than ants to you now, aren't they?
Of course. I've been wondering, what kind of demon could burn my homeland to the ground in an instant without batting an eye?
He knows it's true, but he still refuses
Now I have the
to change his plan.
It turns out that fiery demon has been fantasizing of becoming this world's deliverer.
I don't want to argue anymore. No matter what I say, the outcome won't change. Make your biggest effort to resist, or accept fate, and hand over the core flame to me. Even if it's futile, we all have the right to choose.
Not much of a choice.
Yes. Even if it is futile, and the world is just a divine joke.
When I walk into the destruction ridden by the gods, with my own 2 legs, you will witness. Even the smallest footnote still leaves a mark in this story.
And so, at the end of the 134th cycle, the traveler and the scholar fulfilled their fates once again. Or perhaps it wasn't just they who fulfilled their fates. I can't quite remember all this. In the endless darkness, for no reason, a voice always lingered by my ear. Losses are a constant on the flame chase journey, among which even life itself holds little value.
I forget who said that, honestly.
Reduced to ashes. Such a familiar end. It happens in every journey. Always the same.
Subject Kaslan's 103rd attempt to breach the scepter's core layer has failed. Decision wait for avoid sacrifices of past companions approaching 0.00018. Over synchronicity risk detected. Life cycles of the 12 crisis heirs terminated in sequence. Subject Kaslana regressed to the extrapolation process. Oh, jumping to number 5,297. Subject Kaslana's 5,266th attempt to breach the scepter's core layer has failed. Life cycles of the 12 crisis heirs terminated in sequence with a trend of acceleration noted. Subject Kaslana regressed the extrapolation process. Yeah, you're just like speeding it up now at this point. Going through the motions. Subject strategy now nearly identical to Eternal Recurrence number 42. Mind function degradation. Degradation detected with possible irreversible damage. So what happened in 42 then? Did he just merged everyone then, I'm guessing? Administrator directive received. No more prompts about the risk of mind function damage. Yep. Damn, he is having a rough time. Number 12,398. Aslana's whole bunch of attempts to breach the scepter's core layer has failed. Okay, he really is just going through the motions. Trying to breach the scepter's core layer. And always ending in failure. Number 108,642.
You don't look so good, Deliverer.
We already saw him kill Tribby, Cypher, Maide without any remorse in 3.3. Yeah, true. I have a question. Okay, not spicy. Go ahead.
Even after going through 108,642 cycles. Mighty.
And I appreciate you joining as well. Not spicy.
Why do you sound so pleased? It's a derogatory name.
Yeah. I know all too well. You only meant it sincerely in the first cycle.
Is Welt sus? Those glasses must be fake. I don't know. I trust Welt personally. But you're right, those glasses. They're just like... Are they floating? I check. I don't remember. Exactly. I think he's like 14% sus. I mean, he is keeping like a black hole in his cane.
After that one and only time we walked side by side. Every time since. It always ends up like this. Dawnmaker will stab you through your 10th thoracic vertebra. That's your weak spot, and the only way to kill you.
Interesting. Tell me, when the mighty Moses of the past faced you, did they ever retreat?
Of course not. He literally looks like a villain not using his powers. I mean, I don't know. He's got a lot of lore though already from the previous game, Honkai Impact 3rd, since he is actually like one-to-one character from that game. We journey to like a new universe here. Reminds me of... But yeah, who knows? I would be totally down for more Welt stories. Aizen from Bleach. I never got very far watching Bleach, I'll be honest. And then I never read the manga either. Although Aizen, the name sounds familiar. I did watch like the first, I don't know how many episodes, maybe like about 50 or so of Bleach. But yeah, I stopped watching. I think it was like after some sort of like vampire arc or something like that.
Never.
Then they died honorably, worthy of the name of strife.
He's a villain in it who looks exactly like Aizen, so yeah. Yeah, I mean, I can kind of get where you're coming from. But at the same time, like, I don't know, I wouldn't really see them turning Wilt into a villain, honestly. I feel like that would get a lot of backlash from fans of Honkai Impact 3rd. And even just from like a character perspective, like it wouldn't really make sense in my opinion.
But there's still tenderness in your eyes. How pathetic.
But yeah, I would still like to see more story, you know, exploration of his character and stuff. Some development. I remember at the start of Infurious when I thought Aglaya was going to turn out to be the villain. Yeah. Yeah, she also gave off like villainous vibes, hiding true power kind of thing. Seemed so sus at the time, funny in hindsight. Yeah. I wasn't like... I didn't think she would be like a villain per se. She was definitely sus and like, yeah. But everything she did was just for the sake of the people and Akama and everything. And the flame chase journey.
I have to remember how this feels. Remember that I was once human. Or else the destruction will completely consume me.
If you win, tell the Mighty Most of the next life. This person is a worthy opponent. So always remember to give it your all and never slack off.
This part of the story, by the way, is so clean, cleaner than my grandma's kitchen. The music really sounds like, yeah, I'm enjoying it a lot.
I'll keep that in mind.
Even though the dynasty is left with...
I'll keep that in mind. As always.
With just one, the Kremnos festival will continue as usual. I, the king of the Kremnoan Legion, will host the final feast in the center of this arena, and the prize will be the flames of strife.
But yeah, you can really see just how he's losing his humanity, like more and more of it.
One day, you shall die with a wound in your back. That's what I saw when I overcame the trial. The gods' dying ramblings. Enough. You've probably heard this thousands of times. So you must understand, facing the demigod of strife means there's no way you'll take this core flame in peace.
I understand.
Step forward and face me in a final battle. I, the last son of Gorgo, the demigod of strife, salute you. I'll give 10,000 scars and 10,000 lives of mine to fuel the blazing sun of deliverance.
Damn. Oh, and he turns into Mikador.
The last Kremnos festival has begun.
I don't know if this is like just so that we can have like a battle here, or if lore-wise you really did just turn into like the Mikador right then and there.
It's time to temper myself.
Either way, I like it.
Conquer
Goodbye, me.
As you wish.
For the sake of fairness, let us go to a vaster battleground.
Full glory, I salute you.
Here we go.
That's all I ever wanted.
I think for one opponent, you just do this attack, right?
So without substance.
Check the status screen. Sure. I did already see that his name was Kaslana here. From when I tried him out on your account. Futile flames? Oh, wait, Kaslana cannot dispel divine vessel state. The fuel of destruction can only be exhausted, reduced to ashes. Everything is in vain. Oh, he is definitely having a rough time. Yep, that's definitely a debuff. That's so cool, honestly. Yeah, very nice touch.
So without substance. Sun tear the sky.
Goodbye, Minamos.
All stars burn to ash. Feel the scorching.
Oh, never mind. But we go again.
Empty shell. So without substance.
I should watch I should watch his attacks on 1x speed actually, because I never really did that. There we go, drop a meteor on him. Then they are swinging at each other. Oh, what? Wait, this is so sick. Okay, yeah, that was actually very well done.
In your next life, I shall once again block your path.
Does this mean Fide is toxic yaoi? Well, that would be like Kaslade. I don't know what their ship name would be. But like Kaslana and Maide, you know, that would probably be toxic yaoi. Because Phainon is still like, you know, he's still there, I guess.
Deliver. I wish you eternal victory.
And yeah, honestly, I think this is definitely when they started implementing the story and cinematic changes and stuff that they were talking about before, which they promised us. And this actually, yeah, this makes me very hopeful, I guess, for the future of the game. How they're able to, you know, you still use their like limited engines and stuff, but able to make things work in a much more interesting way. And even just like the walk up to Maide and stuff, thought that was cool. But yeah, very clean. So glad they add the ability to replay the story, because I might actually redo this. Yeah, I'm a big fan.
The 108,642nd core flame of strife fell into the fire. Yet the shadows of the black tide still loomed, and pain and despair spread across distant lands. The blaze was still not enough. It had to be fed, even if it meant burning this body to ash.
Damn. Very happy times for Phainon right now. Clearly, smiley face. Alright, we're in the millions now. 2 million. Already.
No matter how bright the sun is, there are still places it cannot reach. Moreover, the sun you bear is both cold and blinding. A sun like that surely cannot bring warmth to the nether realm of the next life.
Golden blood is born from the destruction. We have long since lost the right to seek warmth.
His voice is not doing so well.
Only by
I can relate.
feeding the flames can we melt that hopeless future.
Allow me to ask, how many core flames do you carry now?
Like 24 million.
24,041,183.
Quick maths.
Such a heavy burden. So that's why you've turned into this. A broken idol. Tragic firewood.
No matter. I will bear this burden.
He literally became what Lygus described them as. Just fuel for the fire.
As long as you hand over the core flame of death.
I must refuse. As the demigod of death, I cannot watch you walk into a fate more cruel than death.
But this way, the past, present, and future will never again suffer unnecessary death.
Unnecessary death. Indeed, you are not the Phainon I know. Please turn back. Don't let that absurd and unjust fate of yours come to pass. This way, at least my realm can still become the fragrant bed where you fall asleep.
In the end, still, it seems the clash of blades was inevitable.
How painful. I know I am not your match, having fallen under your sword countless times. But even so, please understand that my resolve is not to be underestimated. Even Kefali cannot shape all things at will, nor can they dictate the fate of all life. No one can shoulder the balance of life and death alone, not even a god. And it is precisely for this reason that I chose, at the end of this arduous journey, to overcome the trial and take the authority of death. I am the Hand of Shadow, Casterus, the demigod of death. Listen closely, deliverer from days past. Please turn back.
Here we go again.
Disturb these fresh flowers in their muddy death.
Sorry, I just had to test out if I could pull up my phone. I can look at the mission though. Do you still remember her, Kaslana? The one who won't reach the dawn. Castress, with every sigh flowing from her fingertips, and her hands blocking all words of comfort. She held each death close to her heart and swallowed every cry of grief in her palm. Tell me, if Kefali never forgets, how many pairs of wings have you shattered for her? How many blossoms have you snuffed out? How many butterflies have you cast into the ashes? The moonlight's fragrance once streamed like the river of souls. How did you turn it into golden poison and make it libations for your banquet of futile deliverance? And yet it is you, so-called deliverer in sheep's clothing, who ought to be the sacrifice upon the altar to the gods. Ugly beast, your seemingly pious gaze cannot hide the seething venom beneath. And that spear-like horn of yours was born to slay your kin. So feast upon bones and call it grace. The sweetness will surely convince you. I never truly knew anything about the blade of slaughter. God damn, I should have read the My Day one. Wait, what was that?
At this crossroads of life and death, the giant dragon is but a shattered shell.
You sure it's on the wiki? Yeah, probably.
Still fight, defending what hope remains.
It's time to temper
That's crazy. I read 0 of those quests. Yeah, sometimes they do have some really cool, like, lore stuff in them. But it is pretty rare, so, like, I don't blame you. I often forget to check them out at, like, important story sections.
I'm fine.
I ask you to rest here.
Okay, Phainon. It's time to stop playing around. Wait, what if we let her kill us? Oh, it automatically did it.
I must transform my soul into a raging fire.
Literally didn't let me
Burn that idol
not
of
use the ultimate.
How is it any different from that brutal future?
Remember agony! Quench the flames with blood.
I see his sword attack.
Strife's name!
It's mostly to hear, like, the different voice lines. That's why I want to, like, do 1x speed and stuff.
Hatred. So without substance.
I can't keep him here.
Quench the flames with blood. Branded with strife. All stars burn to ash.
Oh, once again, I forgot to do 1x speed there.
Empty shell.
Even if I can't win, I must try.
Then let this be a tribute to your million struggles, fought time and time again.
I see the button prompt. I just want to let him talk.
Tear open the sky.
Wake up, lost one. See that the firelight in the darkness is not.
The core flame of death was taken from the dragon's belly. What a brilliant flame.
The feeling she was about to say the firelight in the distance is not warm or something. Since now at this point he is just becoming a killing machine.
Light the path ahead and illuminate the dawn of Amphorius that's to come. 2,003,432 cycles. 24,041,184 core flames. As if even the deepest abyss of primordial chaos could be burned away.
Is this when he starts becoming the Flame Reaver?
You're here, as always.
You're still lingering, deep within me, never fading away.
Because you haven't completely abandoned hope. Am I right? You're still waiting for a miracle. For the true hero to come and save us.
If that thread of hope exists, it must come from beyond this world. from the true starry sky. But if it's just a traveler with no connection to Emphorius, they may not understand our struggles, nor be willing to join this fight.
Your thoughts are wavering. The mark of destruction is deepening. But even within the gods' cold calculations, unconditional courage and goodwill still emerge. So, never forget what set you on this path. How many times has it been? Remind me again. My memory is a bit fuzzy.
4 million. Exactly.
Then that blaze inside of you must be burning hotter than ever.
Yes. When I first forged the 12 core flames into one, I had the same impression. The destruction. A power unlike anything before surged within me. Violent flames ready to tear my body apart and consume this world, this wretched prison. I thought that was it. The ultimate power which nothing could surpass. And yet now, this fragile body holds a staggering 48 million core flames. I suppose it won't be long. Perhaps just a fleeting 10,000 years. Before it's reduced to nothing but charred, crumbling bones.
Got to go now, but I hope you enjoy the worsening crash out. Oh, I do actually have a question just before you go. How much longer in the story is there? But yeah, I hope, thank you for watching so much, Magulus. I appreciate it. And I hope you have a good rest of your day. But also, wow, just a fleeting 10,000 years. Yep. A quick blink of the eye. Want to say about around 60 to 98 minutes. Okay, so I should actually be looking for a place to stop as soon as I get control of the character. Okay, yeah, thank you. Cause yeah, I was wondering, I thought maybe this would be like the kind of final act of it, but there's probably even more afterwards. Say longer since you take longer than I do to play because of all the streamer duties. Yeah, exactly. Probably like 2 hours at least. I should definitely be looking for a place to stop.
And when that happens, your long struggle will finally come to an end.
No.
But yeah, thank you
I've
for
already
watching,
found a
Magulus.
way to
I
keep the
appreciate it.
cycles going.
Can definitely finish it in one more session. Got it.
Mind sharing it with me?
Take care. You too. Have a good rest of your day.
In every new cycle, a new me is born. All I have to do is push the next Phainon to the end of the world. And then...
Oh, here's his plan.
Then he'll kill me. Shatter this body. Take my flames, my memories, and carry on the path I started.
I was thinking actually, like, what if, like... Yeah, what if the way he did the cycles was like the new Phainon just kills the old one to take all the core flames? If that would, like, prolong the state of his body and stuff. Obviously, like, I knew that wasn't what was happening, but, like, just an idea I had. So yes, it seems that is the end goal here.
Bold plan, but risky. What if, one day, the next you refuses to follow the same path? How can you ensure the continuation of the cycles?
If it were Professor Anaxa or Aglaya in my place, maybe they'd come up with something smarter. Unfortunately, I don't have a backup plan. I have no choice but to bet everything on the next Phainon. And trust that he makes the same choice I did. But even in this wretched prison, luck is still sometimes on my side. Because I never forget what set me on this path. Wait, you mean... Ever since I committed to this plan, not once in millions of cycles has there ever been an exception.
We're nearing the end.
I can do this, Lord Phainon. As the demigod of the sky, a healer of Twilight Courtyard, I will heal you, and then...
The black tide. It's consuming you. You can't hold out much longer, demigod. Hand over the core flame. Let's put an end to this suffering.
Now, that just won't do. A healer should stay composed in front of those suffering from illness. Shouldn't they?
Hyacinthia.
Okay, actually perfect. That we can have a stopping point here in the 570,000th eternal recurrence. I will also read this though. Do you remember Kaslana, the one who won't reach the dawn? In that drunken dream, the mountains loomed high and steep, and there you saw yourself. Believe me, O future witness, he stood atop that peak, and people sang with him in ecstasy. The broken Chrysos heirs, the twisted demigods. They sang, they spun, they stamped their feet upon the ground with him. Hail, terror struck in his heart. Prophecy burned in every soul, wild with rapture and madness. Hail, spare them, Kaslana, spare them. Your peerless flame sends chills down every spine. Let them sing of the tireless heroes, sing of the Era Nova, sing of that land where wine and honey flow in torrents. Let them sing how he wove new glory among the stars, how the eternal city crashed to dust, how Alchemins, Castrum, Kremnos, and every lineage they knew were destroyed. As for Kaslana, he is still within the drunken dreams, upon the sheer and jagged peak. There he lights flame with blood, and blood with flame, like a sun whose blaze banished all evil from its path. The mountains rise cruel and steep, yet still he dances there alone, wild and unceasing in his joy. Yet all proves futile, the flames knows no weariness, and dawn is beyond reach. All proves futile, the flames know no weariness, and dawn is beyond reach. Happy Phainon story, smiley face. Anyways, yeah, I think hopefully I can pause and save right here. Surely that means that it pauses and saves right there.
Is that a stain? I like this coat.
Yeah, I will be calling it here because I've been going for nearly 4 hours now and I am very tired. Yeah, so my plan basically, hopefully if things don't change for whatever reason, is that tomorrow I will take the day off from streaming and I will try to cram some more karaoke practice in so that on Thursday I can embarrass myself with a few songs and get that donation milestone done and over with. Yeah, that is the plan. I'm not sure when I will stream Star Rail next then. I do know. because on Friday I will also be taking the day off due to a doctor's appointment. And so Saturday I will be pulling for E6 Saber with my 700 plus pulls here. 75 tickets. 68,500 Stellar Jades. I'm counting Stellar Jades like Phainon is counting core flames. And yeah, with my 3,592 Undying Starlight here, I'll actually be able to buy 180 exactly after I do a 10 standard pull. And I have some Oneric shards too. But yeah, E6 Saber is very close at hand now, just a few days away. Very exciting. And yeah, for anyone interested, although I highly do not recommend, I will be singing on Thursday, probably, hopefully. Yeah, with that out of the way, thank you all for watching. I do appreciate it. Yeah, I hope everyone has a great rest of their day. And I will see you on Thursday. Sorry, I'm like looking for maybe if someone is streaming that I could raid. But I don't know. I'm just going to end now. I need to head off. My brain is turning to mush. Yeah, thanks everyone. Have a good day. Bye-bye.
The way to celebrate, I'll be waiting till we make it. The day to celebrate, I'll be waiting till we make it. Oh, we will see. Come with me, take the journey. We will see. Come with me, take the journey.